So I've been trying to find something the past few days and I haven't been getting any luck. It's really, really hard. It's been something that's been on my mind for so long, and I just honestly wish like we could find what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the goat. I'm looking for the goat. Oh, we found her. It's okay. Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Norma, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail. I just noticed the picture of March and Don hung on the wall here, which is this is actually legitimately the first time we ever saw these characters. The first time. I'll never forget that frame. I don't think most people would. Stell also has like a bunch of like candies here. Crazy. I'm not much of a candy or a sweet person. I like stuff like cakes and stuff, yeah, for sure. But I've never been like a direct candies person. Like I don't really like jellies that much or stuff like that. But I can totally get like people with a sweet tooth definitely would. It's a cool place. Definitely a cool place. Okay, we gotta investigate this strange picture frame. And I'm terribly worried. But we did hear what sounded like Sunday's voice last time, so. The melody of harmony can be heard, pulling you to touch the painting before you. Wake up, Stell. Wake up, Stell. Wake up, Stell. Now, was it Sunday's voice that we heard last time, though? Huh? What do we see?
Is this the Reverie Hotel?
Oh my god, what? I mean, it... Okay, we went through that freaking painting, so, like, it is related to the idea of, like, a reminiscent of Penacony again, but, like, this feels so strange.
Seriously.
Oh my god.
What is happening?
I talk about this all the time, how, like, the context of how you go to a location is so different, depending on how you were going there. The example I always give is, like, well, this is an example. We went here recently to fight a boss for Robin to test her out, right? We went to, like, the Penacony to do this, but it's so different from when you come there during a story. It's so different. It feels different, because then it's almost like it's part of the world now, right? When you go there just normally, it's like, okay, it's not really canon, I'm just making a trip to Penacony to level up some stuff. But, like, when you come here now, it's like we are, like, officially here in, like... Well, not officially. We're, like, here in the Reverie Hotel, but then again, with all the mimetic stuff, that can literally mean, the guest room door won't budge. That can literally mean anything in Penacony. That can legit mean we are here legitimately. We're here in a mimetic sense. Well, technically, I guess all of Penacony is like a mimetic sense, I guess. Stop.
There you are. What took you so long?
Wait, is this actually... Are they actually there? Are they actually there right now?
Hurry up. The navigation meeting is about to start.
No, because we know that, like, No.
Navigation meeting? In Penacony?
No. This isn't, for a second I thought, like, oh, they woke us up, they got us out of this, but no, it's like we're in the Reverie Hotel. We're about to do a navigation meeting, you know?
Come on over. It's time to choose our next destination.
Yeah, it's like is that like the never-ending journey? Oh, look at Stella, she's so cute here.
Perfect timing. The meeting's at a standstill. Lushaka or Melistanin? No one can make the call.
I don't know. I have no idea. I just want to, like, because, like, if this was, like, obviously, like, not, like, a memory or whatever, what would happen genuinely is, from my perspective, anyway, what would happen is, like, Don Hung would be, like, so happy to see us, you know what I mean? Like, so instantly, for a second, it was like, oh, did they actually wake us up? Then it's like, no, you know, no, they didn't, you know?
The vote's split 2 against 2. Everything hinges on your vote now.
I want Stella to wake up. I don't see March 7th anywhere.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean?
And once again, the passenger is talking nonsense.
No, I'm not taking this. No, wake me up. No.
Ah, young people, always full of jokes.
Dad, stop it. No, where is March? If March isn't a part of this, then what's the point?
What? Their reactions. What's going on?
Exactly, wake me up.
Oh, I get it. You want to play a game with us, right?
Wake me up. I don't get what you guys are saying.
You said you didn't see March.
Wait, can you see March?
True, she might be hiding somewhere in the lobby.
What?
The objective of the game is to uncover where she's hiding.
What?
You're her closest companion. If anyone can do it, it's you.
I would
right?
argue that it's actually Don Hung, but I think we're all close, the trio. What are we doing? To find March?
Is March 7th playing hide and seek.
This is so weird. This is so weird.
You seem in good spirits. Rest assured, wherever our next stop is, I'll make sure you're all protected.
Don, like what?
Don Hung being this forward?
Yeah.
That's not like him at all.
Because part of Don Hung's personality is that he is very protective of us. He is someone who will die for us. But he wouldn't just outright say, I will protect every one of you before we go on a trip, right? Like, it's implied. It's implied always that we know Don Hung will protect every one of us. Not that he just says it outright.
Youthful games like this are a bit much for me these days. I'll step aside and let you all take the spotlight. The future belongs to you.
That
now.
also doesn't sound exactly like Welt is someone who is like our dad, but that doesn't sound exactly Welt.
Something about Mr. Yang's attitude feels a little off.
I'll tell you what's off. Welt has said over and over again that he gets jealous of the fact that we get to go on trips more often than he does. He's not the type to be like, I'll let you young whippersnappers take the lead. You know what I mean? He's the one who's always like, no, I want to do something. I want to have fun, you know? I'm sorry, but like, it's just, no.
Not feeling ready yet? How about a cup of my special coffee blend to calm your nerves? Everyone says great things about it.
Wait, everyone is saying great things about
does she have bad
Himiko's
coffee?
Yeah, sure. Lying.
So she has bad coffee? I know someone's gonna be like, that was from the event, the Blimp Blop Badoop Bop. Back in 2.4, she had bad coffee. In 2.4's event, the Bim Bop Badim Bop.
Not feeling ready yet?
Sorry, I meant to click on
Wait.
Pom Pom if they will let me click on Pom Pom. I don't know if they will though. I guess not. We can't go behind the bar either. Okay, let's start over here then. Yeah, this is very... Obviously, like, we know this is strange, but it's about Stell figuring out, like, all the strange aspects of this, right? Just a phone on the piano, of course, so normal.
Weird. Did I even make a call?
This must be so disorienting, right? So.
Hello? Hello?
Stop.
Is that you?
Is this actually March? Like, again, I know it's supposed to confuse us, but still.
I knew you'd call. Missed me, didn't you?
Always.
Don't worry. We'll see each other very soon. Because the trailblazing journey never really
Oh my
ends.
god.
Does
So the wish for a never-ending trailblazing journey, by the way, which is something that Evernight proclaimed that March wanted, right?
March.
That's not her.
It's not her?
Fall for it.
Is that Cyrene? Or Mem? I mean, they're both Cyrene and Mem, but like, that sounds like a very Mem thing to say, right? Again, whenever we're almost about to fall for something, it feels like Mem's always the one there to be like, no, don't fall for it. It seems like it's one of those things where, like, to me, like a really bad fate, which is the idea of like, yeah, everything's like good and everything's happy, everything's going well, right? But like, it's all fake. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, would we like to explore with March for the rest of our lives? Sure, but that doesn't mean it's real. You know what I mean? Oh my god. The full on.
This is the Interastral Peace Broadcast. Good evening, everyone.
The full-on TV station sound?
Good evening.
Good evening.
A newsflash. The Erudition Experimental Ground has separated from the entanglement.
From the what entanglement?
The Lord Ravager did not emerge as had anticipated.
Huh?
In the end, salvation of Amphoreus was not only thanks to the 12, but also to one crucial.
So the 12 Chrysosayers is what it is, right? Because that's that would fit in the words, but
It won't be easy. I know. But you've got this.
that voice.
Find your way back. Find yourself.
It was a bit muffled, but I kept thinking. I thought of I keep thinking of Sunday. I keep thinking of Sunday's voice because he is doing the tuning right now. But again, that voice is a little muffled, so I keep thinking of Sunday. But yeah, they talked about the Iron Tomb like not coming out as anticipated. What did they anticipate? You know, what did they anticipate? Visited on Sunday. Visitor's name. It's a 6-letter word, which would be Bartholomew. Guest message is careful, listen to something voice.
An unsigned guest log. Can you really call that a log?
If it has nothing logged. I want to make it clear, I don't think Bartholomew fits in 6 letters, by the way, but I know that like some people will be like, timestamp. He thinks Bartholomew fits in 6 letters.
Wait a second. Why am I looking for March 7th in the guest book?
Friend! Over here.
Is it? I thought it was Cyrene at first, but it's...
March 7th isn't here. Faint, fleeting voices are speaking to me. But where are they coming from?
Listen carefully.
I went through something like this before. Back in
You
Panico.
legitimately did, yeah.
Not even Lygus' prison could hold me. I found my way out.
Exactly.
Keep it together. I know I can
We
do
need this positivity. We need it. Listen to the music of the harmony. Capture that streak of pink.
Well done, friend. Just like that time in the Sea of Flowers in the Nether Realm. Match up my colors, okay? Then we can go home together.
Wait.
You're trying to tamper with the remembrance too.
This is Evernight. This is Evernight.
Too bad. You're no match for me.
Oh, freaking hell.
Did you find her?
No, not all. This is so creepy. These characters should never be creepy. The prettiest man who ever lived should not be creepy.
No, it's a feudal game.
Don't say feudal. No, it's not feudal.
In truth, you don't have to go to such lengths to find March 7th.
Yeah, we do. Please stop this. Please cease this.
Because in this memory zone, March is everywhere.
Because it's March's mimetic. What's it called? Mimetic tide? Is that what they called it?
We're protecting March 7th's wish.
Evernight?
You seriously can't sense it?
Because of her wish to have a never-ending freaking Trailblaze journey?
She doesn't want to say goodbye to the Trailblaze. She wants to keep traveling together. Forever and ever.
Well, we can legitimately do that.
We are her memo sprites. For the sake of her wish, we must give it our all. Finally, the timing is just right.
There it is! Oh my god!
Damsel in distress rescue.
Oh my god, rescue! I'm sorry, this is like, guys, usually like I'm like the biggest yapper ever. This whole sequence is just making me like so freaking like unnerved.
Wait, maybe I got that backwards.
No, we are the damsel in distress and you are our hero. Cyrene?
That's right, but now I'm in my mem
I heard the
form.
mem voice. Oh my god, pat the belly, pat the belly.
Seriously, one mysterious and cute memo sprite is more than enough.
You tell him.
Friend, come with me. We're getting out of
So
here.
sick that mem came in to save us.
Why run away? What does it take to make you understand?
Oh my, where are we going here? Through here?
Step 1. Stop scaring her already.
I love that like Cyrene is our hero once again. Is it upstairs maybe? Yeah. Cause that is, it's just so confusing and unnerving. Like it's so like it makes you feel like your skin crawl. But once again, Cyrene being your saving grace.
In this form, I'm way more suited for the memory zone. I'm totally in my
Oh yeah,
element.
that makes sense, right? That makes perfect sense that they would be like totally at home here.
Grab my hand. Let's hide away in the deepest corner of your memories.
We're in dire straits. I'm counting on you. Yeah, 100%.
Lift the curtain of memory and stir up ripples of past reverie.
Whoa, that was a blinding light. The station?
Where am I?
This is the space station, right?
The space station. Where it all began for you. Looks like we made it.
Because you said we're going to our memories, right? Because I think like what it seems like we were in there was like a the way they described it was like a tide, a memory tide, a memetic tide, whatever it was called, for March. Where, again, it's kind of like the way a genie might do it in like a horror story, which is like, you know, you wish for, we talked about it before, but you wish for like the best rock collection in history, and all the rocks come down and drop on top of like, you know, your best friend when you get them. It's like you wish for an eternal trailblazing journey that lasts forever, right? Or you want that, but it traps Cell as well in this never-ending memetic tide.
What's that?
It's crazy seeing like Mem in the space station as well, though. Yo, what?
Kafka?
Yes! Oh my god, I miss you guys so much.
It's your secret. I'm so curious, but I won't peek. Promise.
The freaking way this game started, Kafka and freaking
When I first
Silverwolf.
met you, I remember they were there in your memories too.
Sorry, they're the nicest people who ever lived. They're amazing, they're incredible, they're awesome. I remember the scene.
Yes, this memory is all too real. And so heavy.
This is so cool.
Want to take a closer look?
Yes.
Go ahead. Think of it as a glimpse into the
Oh
past.
my god.
I'll stay right here. I promise not to disturb you.
Holy hell. No, you can disturb me if you want, but like, oh my god, it's Kafka. It's Silverwolf. So if you guys don't know, Kafka and Silverwolf are part of the Stellaron Hunters. The Stellaron Hunters are the most morally good faction in history. No one can tell me otherwise. They are amazing. They are incredible. I remember specifically it was like one of those situations where like when we found out Firefly was a Stellaron Hunter, and I went from being like, oh, I already love you, but now I love you even more. Like I love the Stellaron Hunters. I genuinely do.
I'll stay hidden here for now. If you want to.
I didn't mean to skip it, but thank you very much. I am a sucker for a ragtag group of characters who adore each other, and that is the Stellaron Hunters. Oh my freaking god. The Kafkinator.
What's this?
The freaking Kafkinator.
Memories from before I woke up?
Oh my god, yeah, okay.
So, Silverwolf, how long till she wakes?
Hard to say. Maybe a few more minutes.
Just a few more minutes?
By the way, that part in the script, could this be the right moment?
And, you know, of course, they follow the script as well, don't they?
Yes, looks like we're on the same page. In that case...
First of all, Kafka looks amazing, fantastic, glowing.
Listen.
No, 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 no. Okay, okay.
Remember these words, then forget them. Let them slumber in the depths of your memory until the day they are awakened once more.
Oh my god.
On that day, your journey will intertwine with the remembrance. In nearly every possibility Elio has foreseen, it leads to a great crisis.
Oh.
You'll face betrayal, lose your way, and seek answers.
I have such chills. I have such chills.
So before you hear these words...
Oh my god, that's our mother. That's our biological mother. You know what I mean? That just has business trips all the time.
I don't want you to consider this a prophecy. You arrived at this moment because of the decisions you made.
Kafka, I have chills. I have chills. Huh? Even Silverwolf's like, what the hell? Okay, by the way, I'm just gonna make sure I screenshot this as well.
I don't know what you'll have endured, or whether you'll still believe in
What?
me. But if there's even a trace of doubt in your heart,
Why did that hit me, man?
I hope these words can give you strength.
That's our other mother, man. That hit, whether you believe in me, hit me so freaking hard.
It was a wish of the cosmos that set you in motion.
Kafka.
And in the tale where you are the protagonist, the stars themselves will defy the destiny of finality.
Kafka? It was a wish of the cosmos that set you in motion, and in a tale where you are the protagonist, the stars themselves will defy the destiny of finality. Is she saying that Kafka, that Stell is like Estelle is a wish of the cosmos. Like, she's wanted to be here. People want her to be here. People cried out for her to be here. And since she is now the protagonist of the story, finality means diddly squat. Now that Estelle will defy that. The stars themselves will defy that.
Mark this number. 4.
Huh?
According to Terminus's prophecy, 4 paths will push the cosmos to its end. And on your journey,
what?
You shall encounter them, one by one.
I have chills just because it's Kafka. When Kafka says anything, you get chills, but also like ASMR voice.
Destruction.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Harmony.
Harmony, we've encountered yet, okay.
Nihility.
Nihility.
And
remembrance. Is it remembrance? Oh, I'm taking a screenshot again. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sorry. What was that? I can't make it the last part. What is it? Is it remembrance? Is it remembrance? Remember. Is it remembrance? Again, whenever I try, I don't know what it's with me. Whenever I try to like look at something and I have to close like one eye here. So the word remembrance. I'm kind of flustered right now. The word remembrance has, let's see, this how many blocks are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it, if it's 11, why can't I see properly? What's happening to me? If it's 11, it's remembrance. Oh my god.
Easy now. Trust what you remember. The 4th path has yet to fully reveal their face.
Fully?
And that's why the journey's worth it. Even in a predetermined script, there's room for us to mold possibilities into shapes we prefer.
Oh my god. She's talking directly to Stell, right? There's no like that's why I've been getting so excited about it. Like she's like making sure like Stell who's here hears this, right? Like I'm not insane. I'm not insane thinking this.
So listen.
Like look at it, she turns to
take this guiding
like no, there's no way.
principle, then forget it. Let your own will be what expands your journey through life.
Oh my god. Taking this guiding principle, then forget it. Let your own will be what expands your journey through life. Taking this guiding principle. So the guiding principle she's talking about is this here, by the way, which is, even though it's predetermined, you can still decide the things along the way.
As in the past, even while achieving so much, you never let go of your pursuit of freedom.
What? There's no way. I'm sorry, but there's no way that she just like. I think the way they talk about the script as well. Could this be the moment in the script? Remember, Silverwolf said this right at the start. Could this be the moment in the script? We're on the same page. Listen. Like, you could say it's just her giving words to Stell so she can remember them at some point, right? And this is the exact moment it led to, right? She knew that Stell would remember this at some point and remember what she said at some point. I don't want you to consider this a prophecy, right? I don't know what you'll have endured, or do you still believe me? She doesn't know where she's going to be at this point, right? And you could say, well, Calvin, she doesn't know she's directly there, but she knows that she would eventually hear this and remember this, because she knew she was going to be on the path of remembrance at some point. See what I mean? Remember these words, then forget them, and let them summon the depths of your memory until the day they're awakened once more. She knew that Stell would eventually get these. This is so freaking sick. This is so freaking sick. This is the greatest moment in Honkai Star Rail history. Like, Jesus freaking Christ, oh my god. Not even religious. I don't know what you've enjoyed, what you still believe in, but there's even a trace of doubt in your heart. I hope this wasn't give you strength. To me, it was a wish that the cosmos set you in motion. Is legitimately like the world needs you, right? In this tale, you're the protagonist. You will defy fate itself. The stars themselves will defy the destiny of finality, which is probably the war at the end of everything as well, right? This is remembrance for sure. And she's basically telling her, like, just because there's a script doesn't mean you can't mold the possibilities into the shapes that we prefer. So again, Kafka, while she follows the script 110% and knows the path that they want to walk along with Elio, the slave to destiny. That's a mother right there being like to her daughter, like, hey, just because it's predetermined, you can still mold the possibilities in the way that you want and you see fit. This line killed me.
I don't know what you'll have endured. Or whether you'll still believe in me.
That is the softest Kafka has ever sounded, and it's still Kafka. For her to be like, it hits me so hard in the heart. For her to be like, I don't know if you'll still believe me, because she doesn't know where Stell might be at this point, right? Or if she still have the belief in Stell, because they had a great relationship beforehand, right? Blade talked about this.
That was so sincere.
It was so sincere, you're right.
I might actually tear up a little.
Oh my freaking god! What if I just died?
Now we all live within the script, but adding a little color to the lines has never been forbidden.
You tell him.
Are you going to say more about those branching storylines? Never mind. Best not to tempt fate. Get ready. She's about to wake up.
You know what's so what hits me kind of hard, and I don't care, man. People can have a false view of Kafka all they want, you know what I mean? People can be like, oh, but Calvin, can't I have my opinions on Kafka if they're negative? No, you can't, right? Look, see, there's a filing cabinet over there. Don't worry, it says trash can on it, but it looks like a trash can. But it's still a filing cabinet. You can put it over there. Kafka 110% genuinely cares about Stell. I don't care what anyone says. I do not give a damn. I do not give a darn, right? In this moment, this is like the Kafka that like I've always knew was there, right? In this moment when she's talking to Stell, she legitimately is the softest she's ever been. You can tell it's like a mother literally saying goodbye to her, in a way to her daughter, trying to set her up for life. And you can say, well, Calvin's part of the script as well. There's a reason why Silverwolf's line of, when Kafka said something is there, because while probably the part of the script is okay, this is part of the script where we have to let her know or something, where we have to she has to remember stuff in her memories. Elio probably knew that at some point Stell was going to get to this stage, right? 100%. But, I think Kafka, in that moment was okay, I'm going to give it a little bit of flair to what I want to say. And that's why they had Silverwolf going, huh? Because she's read the script as well, right? She's read the script. So freaking cool. So cool. So cool. Greatest moment in Honkai Star Rail history. Greatest moment of all time.
Come back to yourself.
You got this, Stell.
Kafka said that when my link to the remembrance deepens, this memory will resurface exactly when it needs to. And an inevitable crisis will surely follow.
Yes.
But even a Stellaron hunter can't fully grasp the trailblazing journey.
Luckily, you're a Stellaron hunter and a trailblazer in Stell.
Just as I thought. It all begins with March 7th, doesn't it?
Wait. Come back to yourself. Kafka said that when Lygus remembers deepens, this memory will resurface exactly when it needs to, and an inevitable crisis will surely follow. But the Stellaron hunters can't fully grasp the trailblazing journey. It all begins with March 7th. Is she saying that, deepening her connection with March led to this? And once she came into what seems to be March's I think it's called memory tide. It made her remember this memory then. But an inevitable crisis will surely follow. So she was supposed to remember at this time when she had a link to remembrance demon. So then it has to do with March 7th as well.
Even if the Express had never arrived at Amphoreus, her secret would have come to light eventually.
So, okay, so in that case, there's really nothing to fear. That's a reasonable conclusion. The pressure's really started to build. So that to me, again, I'm going to screenshot all this stuff. That to me is saying then that that Kafka and Elio knew that the inevitable conclusion was that March's memories of Evernight or whatever would come back, and her secret of Evernight would resurface, right, or whatever. Even if they never arrived on Amphoreus. So at some point, at some stage, Elio saw that Stell would resurface these memories that were needed, and this is why Kafka implanted them at that point. That's a reasonable conclusion?
All things considered, that's the most reasonable conclusion. It's a lot to take in.
It's so much to take in.
Time to clear my head and find Cyrene again.
Sure, 100%. Find Cyrene. Yeah, greatest scene in Honkai Star Rail history. Easily.
Cyrene?
Oh no. Oh, they found us.
It's a breakthrough! A breakthrough! How could that little pink girl possibly be
You have no
us?
idea about Mem. You have no idea.
Little one, you really don't know how to behave, do
They're so
you?
like creepy, right? They're so creepy.
You were meant to stay in those beautiful memories and wait for all the disasters to pass.
Wait, we were... So it's like going to the memories, and while all the destruction's happening outside, you stay in those memories. So Stell stays here so that like we can't interfere with what's happening with Iron Tomb. Because remember they said that they wanted the Garden of Recollection only needed us to get into Amphoreus. Once we got in there, they don't want us to get involved with Iron Tomb because they want to grow Iron Tomb in their own way. Or like see Iron Tomb be grown in their own way. Of course, 10 times stronger after turning evil. Great. Where's Cyrene?
Oh, triple-faced soul.
Huh?
Cast your light upon us. Let no darkness remain concealed.
Sunday, grab my hand. Yes, grab my hand, please. Please, Sunday.
Raise your hands high and embrace this boundless
Heck,
light.
freaking yeah, man. I'm going nuts. I'm going nuts. Kafka, then Sun. Oh god, where are we now? Oh, we're freaking in the.
This stage really brings back memories.
It really does.
Yes. For you, I suppose it's been a long time, hasn't it?
I suppose.
None of this would have been possible without Miss Cyrene. Even while engulfed by Memoria, she fought to stay in contact with the geniuses.
She's so powerful. She's so powerful. But like, why are we here, Sunday?
Only then, through tuning, was I able to undo the memory zone's effect on you.
I noticed it back at the hotel. What about Cyrene? Where is she?
Step onto the stage first. Ms. March will come for us soon, and she won't be alone. Those memo sprites will follow. We need to prepare early. Only then can we get you out safely, and go back for Cyrene and March 7th.
So Miss March will come for, so like, are you talking about like Evernight? The other Miss March?
Please, be careful. Amphoreus is being overwhelmed by an unusually violent Memoria tide. I'll do all I can, but even that might not be enough. Black and pink. Two memories twisted together. Time is precious. Let's pick up the pace.
This is worrying too, though, right? Like, am I right to also be weary of this? Like, this is also very eerie and making me very weary. Guys, that scene with Kafka was one of the most amazing scenes ever in Honkai Star Rail. Like, to have like so much personality and emotion in Kafka there, to bring up the idea of destiny and fate, but also like still make it again personal with Kafka and Stell. It's so beautiful. And now we have this stuff with Sunday as well, saying like Evernight might be coming for us at this point. Let's see what this is all about. Let's see what this is all about. And like the thing is with like the stuff with Kafka is that like I've always like held true, and I don't as I said, I don't care. Like it's one of those things where like I don't budge on this. Kafka like has always been like a second motherly figure to Stell. And the Stellar Hunters, even in their, like at their weirdest times, maybe apart from maybe Silverwood, but like they all know like Kafka's appreciation too, even like Blade bringing it up before as well. But that moment there just like shows like to me why Kafka not even in the end always has been just one of the most important characters to Stell's journey. I think that, like, when you think about the most important characters of Cell Journey, I think you think of March and Dan Hong, of course. I think you think of Firefly. But Kafka's in that conversation as well. Kafka is in that conversation. And now it's Cyrene's in that conversation also. You know what I mean? It can't be denied. It cannot be denied. But if you do want to deny it, there is a toilet over there that you can put it in and flush it.
Yes, Madam Herta. I've made contact with her.
Okay, so see what I was like, is this actually Sunday, you know? Okay.
Understood. I'll carry out my part as expected.
And what's your part?
Quite the dazzling nest you have.
Oh no.
Little bird of the harmony.
We get to see Sunday again, but like it's the freaking Evernight found him. Come on, Sunday. Oh no.
Your grasp of Memoria is unexpectedly profound. But playtime's over.
Oh my god, the way they said that as well, because Sunday would be someone who was able to like tune like and work with Memoria in like such a powerful way.
This ocean we created according to her wish. This journey that flows on without end.
Stop this, please.
Don't any of you think about interfering with it.
It's like, again, that idea of like the never-ending wish of March South to have the never-ending Trailblaze journey, right? Don't interfere with it.
She's coming. Is it me she's after this time?
Oh, Sunday, please be safe. Huh?
There's no time to regroup. I prepared an alternate escape route.
So this is not only Sunday, but like again, he's like obviously going to be panicking now a little bit after what's just happened.
Wake from your slumber and return to reality.
Oh, thank you, Sunday. But what about
Come
you?
on. I'll bring you out.
Wait, what about you though? Because she said she was after you. No! Oh my god, look how quickly he grabbed us too. Look at that in the ice.
Ow.
No.
Self-righteous past rider
Oh
of the
my.
harmony. You think you can do that?
No, stop it! Holy freaking hell.
Time. Get a memo keeper instead.
She just... What? She did that without even freaking flinching. What is that? The pinky over the mouth? She did that without even flinching. Oh my freaking... And guys, Sunday's, like as they said themselves, so we know what Sunday's capable of when it comes to Memoria. We know how powerful he is. One move and the thread was broken, the thorns were broken, and he got knocked back completely. Next time, get a memo keeper. Oh my... Evernight is a horror movie villain.
That was way too close. Good thing I was there to fish
Oh
you
my
out.
god, and like even in that moment, Herta was the one out to get him out of there as well. That's how dangerous that was. If Herta wasn't there...
Sunday, are you alright?
Oh my... Guys, I have chills all over my body, but not like the type of chills of excitement, the chills of fear.
Mr. Yang.
Like a cold.
I couldn't get her out. I'm sorry.
But I saw you tried so hard. Did you see how quickly when she was getting pulled away, he went whoosh? Like, and again, the horror directing in Honkai Star Rail is freaking incredible. It's so incredible what they've done here with the whole thing of like the Evernight, like all the different Evernight creature little things, little jellyfish showing up. So you know, oh my god, something's wrong. Somebody turning around being like, we have to do something quick, but it's too late. Boom. And he tries his best to grab her, his best, but no, it's futile in the end. Oh my freaking god, all that was so scary.
Is it true that March is behind all of this?
Evernight. It's the Evernight.
Yes. And no.
That's a good way to express it.
That Pathstrider of Remembrance is identical to March 7th in appearance, but what lies inside? I can't find the right words to describe it just yet.
I think it's fair. I think it's totally fair.
Can't you come up with an analogy? I thought that was your thing.
First of all, Herta's design is always so incredible whenever I see it. Secondly, Herta being like, please, just even, like, say something.
That Miss March feels like a reflection on water. Only not from a calm, clear lake, but from a bottomless abyss.
What an analogy, especially since, like, Evernight said, I am the black shadow from the candle that faded away that was March. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the idea of being a water reflection in the bottomless lake. An abyss.
Within her words, I sensed an intense but utterly pure...
Oh, pure what?
Protectiveness.
Over March's, like, never-ending wish to trailblaze?
Protectiveness.
This is only speculation, but after being drawn into Amphoreus, perhaps March 7th experienced... No. She likely foresaw a tragic end.
She saw something like that was about to be... That was about... Wait, so... If you think about it, like, then, if it is a protectiveness, is it a protectiveness over Stell? And if you think of it with the way, like, the little creatures that were following us, remember they were like, wait here for the destruction to happen, and not in, like, those exact words. Is the protectiveness actually like them being like, you protecting Stell within this memory while the destruction happens outside, the tragic end that happens with Iron Tomb?
It was out of a desire to protect her fellow crewmates that she chose to awaken a power that teeters on the edge of evil.
So literally was just like it wasn't something that was like she woke this power to protect Stell and Dan Heng. We kind of got that idea though. That's why she wanted to give up her memories, right? Was to protect Stell and Dan Heng, right? Holy freaking hell!
Well, on the bright side, at least March 7th won't have to face any danger again.
At least right now.
After that battle, I'm afraid I'll no longer be able to join the fight through tuning.
Oh, that takes away one of our avenues of like that we can actually use here. I'm gonna take screenshots of this as well, but like we kind of got the idea that like again, March did want to protect Stella and Dan Heng, but like this idea that it was that Evernight was born from like this kind of like this desire of seeing the end and seeing this destruction, and almost like a emotions mixed with like memoria and like I don't know what you call it, like I don't know what you call it. But it's like almost like this seeing the future of this destruction, knowing that something might end here, and the desire to protect Stell and Dan Heng gave birth to Evernight, which now has this ultimate protectiveness over Stell. And it might be Dan Heng as well, but Dan Heng isn't actually on Amphoreus. So maybe that's why it's not like this protectiveness over Dan Heng. But then again, Stella technically, his body isn't on Amphoreus. Maybe we'll see what happens.
Has Miss Black Swan's progress remained on track?
You don't need to worry. She used your disturbance to mask her movements. Current status? Advancing upstream within the memory zone.
Well, that still scares me because like this Evernight is powerful. This Evernight is like, and it felt like it was following us like the freaking nemesis.
I didn't see that coming. The Memo Keeper is pretty courageous, choosing to defy the rules and take matters into her own hands. This means she's chosen to stand against the Garden of Recollection.
Because like that's like it's different between like, you know, just deciding helping us out, right? If she's defying the rules that the Garden Recollection set in place, like going against the Garden Recollection is a huge deal for her. That's a huge deal. Oh my god.
Even so, I must think long term.
What this episode, man?
I wanted to hide in the shadows to avoid direct conflict. But why is it so quiet here?
Like there's nothing going on?
The air is thick with memoria, yet it's so chaotic. Like broken memories all mixed together.
What a way to describe it.
Memo Snatchers should be swarming into Amphoreus. I was expecting this place to be very lively.
Whoa, is that one of the Memo Snatchers? But it has...
So, how did they end up like this?
Yeah, that's like the, it looks like the same type of stuff that Evernight has with her.
Now I'm getting very curious.
We are now playing as Black Swan. I think it would be a good idea to add, as always, I'm not saying that it's we're gonna get to even like use her, but like we might like. So, let's see. Take Sampo off the team for now, and put on Black Swan. Yes, so Herta said the Black Swan is going against the Garden of Recollection now, which means like she's sticking her neck out like for a lot of this stuff too. But again, I never saw Black Swan as someone who was bad at all. Like obviously she's suspicious, but I feel like that's different as well. As well, before we go any further, I did get the E1 for Robin. It's my first ever E1 for a character. And I'm very happy with what I picked. I've got an E1 for Robin, and I think it's great since we're going to be using her a lot of times too. And also, like, you know, not a bad idea. You know what I mean? Not a bad idea. Investigate the Memo Keeper's body.
An empty shell. The consciousness that maintained this Dharmakaya has disappeared. So efficient. Not a single trace left behind. Alternatively, she might have sacrificed herself for an even more mysterious...
Sacrifice?
Either way, what exactly made these fanatical believers end up like this? Memory. It is indeed a deep ocean of dangerous allure, where fascinating secrets always hide beneath the waters. I keep getting the feeling that the same thing happened in Penacony.
Man, this is so unnerving, right? I think it's almost like I was like holding my breath during these sections too, because I feel like I don't want to be found myself. There's like a feeling of like I don't want like Black Swan to be found, so like for a second there I'm like holding my breath, like because I'm still so paranoid that anything could be around any corner, or Evernight could be anywhere. But I guess like we're kind of hidden because Evernight's after Sunday, or was after Sunday.
Get
at that
ready.
point.
We're about to head off.
Is it really gonna be okay? That world's surrounded by a massive chaotic material. That white band of light has already foiled our plans multiple times.
So is the white band of light the infinity symbol?
Don't worry. After the pink girl from the Astral Express broke into Amphoreus,
March.
that obstructive force preventing the garden from entry disappeared.
So that was when they broke down the barrier for entry, right? When they used their memories to break down the barrier for entry.
That's the trailblazing nameless for ya. A huge help.
What are you so happy for? Aren't things gonna get messier with more irrelevant people turning up? What if those trailblazers find the Seed of Remembrance before we do?
Seed of Remembrance?
Then we'll just steal it back. Simple. By the way, there's a messenger and a memo keeper on that express. We don't know where they stand on this matter. So make sure they don't notice you when you make your move.
By the way, like them being like, I'll just steal it back. Everything I've seen from the memo snatches so far, up until this point at the very least, like has been like a lot of failure. So I don't know if you know this, but you're dealing with like the Trailblazers. You will be effed.
You folks are truly everywhere.
Black Swan's so pretty.
These memo snatchers are different from the previous husks.
Right.
Seem to have had contact with her.
We'll introduce ourselves to gain your
trust.
We are the Garden of Recollection. You should be very familiar with that name by now.
So these were the ones that like introduced themselves to Stell as March?
This memory ends so abruptly, as if a shapeless hand snuffed out its candlelight. It appears the secrets ahead are even murkier than I imagined.
Wait, so someone like just like ended their timeline? Oh no, you know what happened? You know what I bet happened? Maybe I'm wrong, but when Evernight showed up, they kind of did just disappear at that time, right? The 3 marches that showed up? So I wonder if that's what it is, like Evernight just ended that memory. I wonder.
What a bizarre sight.
Yeah, it's very unusual, very unnerving.
It's spinning out of control! Everything's out of control!
The distress in their voice.
Why did no one tell us? That girl is the Memo Keeper's nemesis!
That girl is the Memo Keeper's... What is... What? That girl is the Memo Keeper's nemesis.
Is she talking about March 7th?
That Evernight! Those black memo sprites.
So these are memo sprites?
Swallowed everything.
They're terrified, by the way. Are they memo sprites? The things like that are surrounding them right now?
Those who came here first all drowned. Not even a trace of their consciousness was left behind.
It literally like is terrifying. The way that they're even expressing this.
I wish I'd never come here. I don't want anything to do
Oh
with
my
Amphoreus
God.
anymore. Please! I'm begging you. Don't come near me.
Jesus, dude. No! This is a horror movie. That girl is a nemesis. The Memo Keeper's nemesis. March 7th. So that Evernight, the Black Memo Sprites, they started swallowing everything up as well?
You've involved too many innocent people just to obtain the memory of an eon's fall.
Hell yeah.
You deserve
Hell
this.
yeah, Black Swan. Hell yes. I freaking love this, man. That's one thing I just love about some characters in Honkai Star Rail. They're just like, yeah, you suck. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. It's only human for us to look at this and be like, this is a horror movie. This is horrible to hear this stuff. They were 100% okay with watching the fall of an eon, which would end up, and again, this is the thing, we can try and like, sugarcoat and go in between the lines and like, make it fit to what we want. It would have ended up with like, again, the black tide spreads to the rest of the world. This is just factual. It's not an opinion. This would have destroyed everything. This would have put a destruction on a level that would have been absolutely terrifying to let Iron Tomb free. It would have been absolutely terrifying. It would have killed hundreds of thousands of millions of people, and then, it rebirthed a world. So this idea that, like, again, it's horrible to hear this stuff, but Black Swan saying, you deserve this is not wrong. It's not wrong. It's like, what, now all of a sudden, like, suffering is not fun? Well, maybe I can obtain your memories of your suffering right now. Would that be good? I'm documenting the fall of some memo snatchers. Hey, don't worry, it's just for an experiment. Don't worry about it.
But I'm not here to blame you.
I'm a little bit.
That entity you call Evernight. Tell me everything you know about her.
Please. Please. Holy hell, man. The reason I love it is just like to me, like, nuance in stories isn't just like being like bad guy actually good guy actually bad. That's not nuance to me. That's just like, that to me that's like fake nuance, right? Sometimes people just suck. Sometimes people's actions just suck. You know what I mean? And like, I don't need to find the good in every single character, and like sometimes there is nuance. Of course there is. Nuance is important in stories, right? Like, we talk about the idea of like a Sunday story. There's nuance there, right? 110%. But like, sometimes it's okay to just look at characters like this that were so willing to like carry out an experiment that would release Iron Tomb and be like, you suck. To me, like, it's a lack of nuance to pretend there's nuance sometimes. You know what I mean? That's what it to me is like. Because to me, it's like almost like insulting in a way to be like, well, actually, like, the Memo Snatchers doing this, if you think about it, it would have like been a really historical breakthrough for. It's like, no, they suck, and it's okay to say some of these characters just suck. Because again, I love nuance. You guys watch this playthrough from start to finish. We always like look at the villains and the quote-unquote villains and the people we're fighting, and we try to look at them from their perspective. We look at things we call it the bad things they done, and then also like acknowledge like the way that they got there. 100%. We've always done this, always. But sometimes it's okay that like some characters just did something that sucks. Sometimes you just have to go, that sucked. There's no nuance in it. You just suck. You know what I mean? And I think that's lost sometimes in modern discourse about video games, where like. And not just video games, but stories too, where like a character in a story will like take out a machete and just like murder 10 people, and then they'll get like a sad backstory where like they'll be like, it's like, my parents never let me have a machete as a kid, and then like all of the internet, like not all of the internet, but they'll have those people being like, you have to look at the nuance of it, man. Like, he wanted that machete since he was a kid, and if they just gave it to him, and it's like, no, he sucks. Like, there's nuanced stories where like it's like he he killed 10 people with a machete. Oh god, that's horrible. Then you find out the 10 people were actually like, you know, doing some pretty horrific stuff. And while it's like, and then you're like, okay, that's kind of nuanced, where it's like, there's something to it. You know what I mean? Like, but like sometimes just actions suck.
We may yet bring a glimmer of hope for those who are still alive in there.
Yes. Yeah, they're brutal. It's absolutely, like, you have to have like a pulse to think that, like, you know, you don't have a pulse if you don't think this is still brutal, though, right? Like, it's I think it's totally normal to be like, yeah, what they were doing was absolutely horrific, but like, it's still unnerving to hear someone like be, like, you know, cower in fear in such a terrifying way.
Eden of blessed insight.
Eden of blessed insight. Huh? Do you know what that is, Black Swan?
So that's what happened.
What?
We were tricked. We are the sacrifice.
What?
The garden used us. The pure child of Anathrava abandoned us.
The pure child of Anathrava? Wait, they said that they were like meant to be a sacrifice this whole time? What?
She just wants to find her lost sisters.
What do you mean?
Find them, kill them, reclaim them.
Her lost sisters.
If a new life is to be born, its seed has to be dead.
What has just happened?
Dead, 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 dead.
Stop! What is happening?
Dead, 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 dead.
What are we doing here?
Dead, 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 dead.
This is so crazy. Even Black Swan is like taken back.
I can finally understand your fears now.
What? Can you explain it to us? Can you explain it to me? What is it? The pure child of Anasrava, Eden of blessed insight. We were used as a sacrifice. She wants to find her lost sisters. So the pure child of Anasrava wants to find her lost sisters and then find them, then kill them and reclaim them?
Thank you for the information. It was very valuable.
Black Swan, please turn to the camera and explain to us like you like on a whiteboard.
I'll take your remaining consciousness out of here as a gesture of thanks. It'll serve as both protection and a punishment. You'll reunite with your peers in a genius's mirror, where you can reflect long and hard on your past actions.
Is this where Herta traps all these people?
Well, provided that I can survive my encounter with her.
Oh my god! they've set up Evernight to be one of the most terrifying horror villains of all time. Does this smile looking at Black Swan 2? No. What? Where's Stell now? While Evernight was stopping Sunday, Cyrene, who remains... What? We made a discovery?
These little critters look scary, but they're not so tough to handle after all.
I have no idea what happened in that past conversation, guys, whatsoever. I'll just be honest with you, I have no idea what happened in that past conversation. Something about the memo snatchers being used as a sacrifice. They talk about the Evernight, or I think they were saying it was March 7th, right? Like being, like the one who possibly was maybe doing these sacrifices as well. Yeah, because here it's like the girl in Memo Keeper's nemesis. They're talking about March 7th, so it's like the Memo Keeper's nemesis. The pure child of Aswana abandoned us. She wants us to find her lost sisters and find them, kill them, reclaim them. If a new life is to be born, the seed has to be dead. Dead, 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 dead. So they talk about the seed as well, right? Before this? I'll have to get the official... I might just also just... Yeah, they talk about the seed of remembrance, possibly being taken as well. I don't know exactly what it's trying to express here, but I do think that the way that they've set up Evernight has been absolutely terrifying. Having Evernight be a character that is almost everywhere at once. Even the moment where okay, Black Swan has a bit of time, right? But even then she was caught up by Evernight as well. And she says, like, survive this encounter, because look what happened to Sunday. If it wasn't for her to, like, we don't know what would have happened to Sunday. The power that Evernight has is terrifying.
Though the surging Memoria tide swept my friend away, I must return to her side before Miss Evernight succeeds. Another one of these stealth missions, huh? Help me out here, friends in her world.
Holy freaking hell, man. And we're here on the space station again.
Scorching and dangerous aura. This power shares the same origin as Phainon.
Destructive power?
And then there's that enigmatic, bottomless aura that seems to jolt awake at midnight. Must be Miss Evernight. Better steer clear
So
of
they
her.
keep calling the idea of oblivion, like a bottomless aura, right? Which again, they talk like the way that Sunday described Evernight was like a reflection of bottomless, like abyss.
There's a beam of light over there.
Is that good?
Full of energy, yet uncontrollable. More familiar than the others.
Stell?
As if it's coming from someone close by.
Is that Stell?
Could it be my friend? Maybe it's the Stellaron she mentioned.
Maybe.
Memories of the Stellaron are flowing deep within the Memoria tide. Let's go there to find my friend.
The camera.
Jeez, so many little ones gathered here. Did you know I was coming? You're being a bit too enthusiastic, aren't you?
Cyrene's still like making quips during this.
Thankfully, her presence hasn't weakened. I feel like I'm getting a bit closer.
This is where Stell was with Kafka, right? With the Kafka memory?
Huh?
Was it?
They're guarding something.
It's March's camera.
Is that my friend's photo stone? What's it doing here? These memo sprites are completely still. It's as if they're drawn to this thing.
That's interesting. They're drawn to March's camera. Did they take a picture?
This is a...
Wait, that's March's colors. That's March's colors.
An even cuter memo
Oh my
sprite.
god, the way it has March's colors and she's calling it like a cute memo sprite.
No wonder the photo stone can't store more memories. Have you been hiding in there all along?
There's been a memo sprite in the... That clogged up the memory?
Find my
Is that March?
travel companions.
So wait, was a memo sprite of like March in the freaking camera that whole time?
What? How could that mean? My companions.
Oh my god, the two companions, the trio.
Are you March?
It's March.
7th?
It's March, but as a memo sprite. Oh no, I was gonna say stop, but yeah, take me to Donhong. Go on. Take me. Take me now. Holy hell, yeah, look at this.
Burning. And the streets are
So
empty.
Donhong did return to Amphoreus. Oh my god. Yeah, it's one of those times where like, look, I need it. I need some Donhong right now. Like, this is all crazy, you know what I mean? Like, while it probably will get less confusing, at least there's like some Donhong here. My estimation of that then is like, when we remember our memory did get filled up in the camera at one point. So I wondered if like it was, didn't it get filled up at one point? I wonder if like it literally was because like there was a memo sprite in the camera. If it is a memo sprite of March, would that mean like, if it is the case, again, don't confirm anything. I'm not asking for confirmation, I'm asking myself. It's possible that like, if that's the case, that we're carrying March around with us the whole time? Or at least the memo sprite of March? And the other memo sprites were drawn to this as well.
It's just like how things were last time. How long can the encryption key you wrote for me last, Mr. Screwlum?
That is difficult to project. Logic. It is currently unclear how the unknown variable, Miss March, conducts her interference.
I love that they call it Miss March, right? Instead of March, right? It's Miss March.
Please rest assured that I will extract you on time before the encryption key expires.
But that means I will no longer be able to hack in via the same method. I only have one chance.
The maze of the Remembrance is starting to change. I cannot remain your guide on your path forward.
Oh my god, is Donhong gonna be alone?
That is why we had to form a temporary alliance.
He's not gonna be alone?
With our former enemy.
What? No. No! I feel like I was just given a hug and someone smacked me on the back of the head. No, no. Patch the game. Patch the game. Patch the game. You can't give us Don Hung moments and Don Hung parts, and then give us like freaking Mr. enunciates every word 12 times in one sentence, please. Oh my freaking god.
I express my utmost respect for your courage to personally face such danger.
You know what hurts? Look, he's already started, but you know what hurts so badly is the fact that, like, writing-wise, this is sick as F. This is so sick. Right? Writing-wise, this is so cool. Right? It's like the fact that we're, like, you know, an uneasy alliance with, like, our former enemy. Current enemy, right? Don't say former enemy. He's still my enemy. I don't care. Like, because he, like, is probably one of the only few people that would have, like, a strong way of guiding us through this, right? Because as he said earlier, we can't hack the same method. We can't guide us through this world either. And especially with, like, with Evernight going around here too, like, Xandar's probably, like, the best possible guide for us in this world.
Lygus?
Yeah. You should have just called him Smelly whatever.
Your enmities, well within my
Pick up the pace.
calculations.
Pick it up. Pick up the pace, Xandar. Pick it up now.
Allow me to reiterate that Lord Anaxagoras now has a firm grasp on your crucial weakness.
That's awesome. So, like, he's like, it's basically a gun being held to his head.
If you still plot to harm the Nameless, then you will find that the Society's previous warnings were not empty
Oh
threats.
my god. So Anaxagoras literally has a gun to his head right now. Not literally.
Understand. I'll only do what needs to be done.
This, again, writing-wise, story-wise, incredible idea. Incredible idea. Like, it makes perfect sense as the person who will be able to guide us. He has we have leverage over him now as well. And it makes for an interesting dynamic with someone that we know is, like, again, we hate. Someone we hate for sure. Someone who has factually, like, talked about how he has no problem with, like, setting free Iron Tomb and watching it, like, and watching it ravage the whole world and rebirth a new world, but destroy a world. Like, this is, you know, factually so. Like, he knows that this is what would happen to the world as well. But again, that's what makes the writing so interesting, is that, like, we have to deal with him right now. We have to talk with him. We have to deal with this evil person. It's so interesting to me. It's so interesting to me. Like, it's great writing. It's really great writing. Yeah, exactly. This one thing from Don Hung sums up why this is such good writing. Do I hate that I have to be around Lygus? 110%. I gotta listen to this guy freaking enunciate every word 12 times over the course of a sentence. Yes, of course. It's gonna be annoying as heck. Of course it will be. But writing-wise, there's no way we can sit here and say that it's not an interesting writing dynamic to be like, you were forced to work with one of the most heinous people in this game. You are forced to work with him. You are forced to work with this dude. And I've said it before, I love an uneasy alliance, right? I do. And this one thing from Don Hung sums up everything, how I feel too. I freaking hate this guy, but god damn it, right now we kinda need him.
I never imagined that I'd one day walk alongside a genius who offered himself to the destruction.
Oh my god, get sassy with him.
My stance has never changed. The erudition's ruin is inevitable.
Yeah, this one I'm talking about. What does the Irradiation's room bring as well, Lygus? What does it bring as well?
But before that, I'd be very willing to witness the reunion of the Nameless and to escort you on your way home.
This is how I know Honkai Star Rail is a fantastic game, by the way. The fact that my blood's already boiling with this guy here, having to listen to him speak, but also, like, I can't sit here and say it's a bad writing or a bad story. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? It'd be so much easier if I could just go, this sucks, and, like, quit. You know what I mean? And not talk to him. It's like, no, this is incredible. This is a great writing. This is a great story. You know what I mean? It'd be so much easier if I could just be like, skip through all the dialogue, not listen to Lygus, but no, it's like, it's really well written.
More like her appearance completely interrupted your plans, even forcing you to seek out collaboration.
Oh my god. This is how you speak, Lygus. This is how you speak. Listen to this.
More like her appearance completely interrupted your plans.
It's like music to my ears.
Even forcing you to seek out collaboration.
Listen to that, Lygus, right? Sassy, interesting, beautiful on the ears. He doesn't take forever to say it. Gorgeous, right? Now listen to you.
But before that...
See, Don Hong would have finished this whole sentence there. Look, you can learn something from Don Hong.
I'll remember that.
I want to isolate this line.
I'll remember that.
Your words are as sharp as ever. But remember, happenstance is the only true constant in the universe. The demise of the progenitor of all dragons is a testament to that. Come with me. I am honored to guide a scion of permanence.
Scions of permanence.
You created this wasteland before us with your own hands.
Such sights are no longer able to stir anything in my heart.
Ha! Are you saying that once upon a time you were actually moved by their defiance?
I'm sorry to say, I never was.
Yeah, I love that Don Hong's not giving him an inch. You know what I mean? I love it. I absolutely freaking adore it. Okay, so let's take off Sampino and put on Don Hegno. There we go. Most beautiful man who ever lived. You know what I mean? Honestly, we will call the police after this though on Honkai Star Rail, because while it's an amazing story, forcing the prettiest man who ever lived to hang out with, you know, ugly bot 3000. Not good. Not good. Oh, look at all the memo sprites up there as well. Again, great writing. Like one person that can guide us through this stuff. Someone who knows this world probably better than like anybody as well, you know? It makes perfect sense. Look at all this stuff here.
These memo sprites. Is it her?
The mimetic entities of the Remembrance are everywhere. That lady wove a giant web in my blind spot.
Yeah, she was able to do it under the radar for Xander, like, you know, he wasn't even able to see it.
She hacked and infected the Time
Whoa.
Titan, converting the built-up data of Amphoreus into puppets of the Memory Zone.
So, Memory Zone meme is what they would like. That I always like when I think Memory Zone. But she hacked into the infected Time Titan. So while the Time Titan was infected, she was able to create all this stuff from that infected Titan. And Xander wasn't even able to notice it as well. Like, you know, it's one of those times we'll cheer for Evernight, you know?
Sounds like you two have quite the history already.
I love that Hog is not taking the brakes off the sass.
Any variables that desire to influence the experiment deserve my attention.
Very true. And this follows the line of his personality. It's what he's always been like. He is keeping an eye on the experiment very, very closely.
But you never mentioned her before. Could even a genius of the erudition get his brains hacked?
Don't take the brakes off.
Lord Don Hong, I'm simply stating a fact. That lady is also a threat to you. A threat that you cannot afford to ignore.
me in front of Evernight, and it's me and Lygus in front of Evernight. And then I go, come on, Evernight, let's get him. What? What do you mean?
She snuffed out the remembrance without any effort and left nothing behind. Her actions were so determined, as if she had an unquenchable hatred against that path.
So she snuffed out the remembrance without any effort and left nothing behind. Is that similar to like what we were seeing there with the memo snatchers and what they did there, possibly? I don't know. So she had a hatred against the remembrance.
Contradictions are often the keys to the truth. Lady March 7's past is a bottomless darkness.
Her past. Again, because the idea, remember, she did say she remembered Evernight. They're saying Evernight is like almost like a bottomless abyss. So then Evernight maybe to being tied to like the memories of... Like, because you remember she said she remembered me. So it would make sense if it's tied to like March 7's memories, right?
And? Do you expect me to join forces with you because of that? All I need to know is that she has something to do with March 7's past.
Yeah.
Fine. I am only giving you a possibility for you to ponder. The choice is still in your hands.
Look at Don Hong's side profile.
A heavy past is like an everlasting night. As to what kinds of sins lurk within, you should know that better than I do.
Stop.
Former Vidyadhara High
Don't you don't get to bring any of this up.
Yes. I indeed know how to face the past. Better than you do. First.
Don't take your foot off his neck. Don't take it off.
I have no intention of refuting that. Let us keep going, Lord Don Hong.
Lord Don Hong. So heavy passes like an everlasting night. As to what kinds of sins lurk within, you should know better than I do, former Vidyadhara High Elder. So it's like, if he's talking about like Don Hong's past, which isn't actually his past, you know, with Don Fong. I know people say it technically, but like he's not responsible for that. But Don Hong did face that past, right? It took him a bit of time, but he eventually got up to face that past. He did. And the idea of a heavy past is like an everlasting night, I think is a very accurate and poignant way of describing that, right? Where it's like, it can feel like it lasts forever. It can feel like it's a cloud over your own brain. And we saw that there with Don Hong's story in the Xian show. It was something that like literally prevented him from moving forward. He couldn't go on the Astral Express journey with us because he was too afraid to face the past. But he eventually did. You know? Look at all these memo sprites. Look at all these memo sprites. Yeah, this is such an interesting dynamic here as well. I love that like Don Hong is like not keeping his not taking his foot off of Lygus's neck at any points, which rightly so. Like trusting it would be silly. It'd be so silly. It'd make Don Hong look silly.
I didn't think there were still some that got away.
It's like a chicken and a wolf.
Explain.
I love Don Hong. Like it's so sassy. Like just what? Explain. I love him so much. Like him going, like him vague posting. I didn't think they got away, and
Explain.
Explain.
They are thieves
I love him so much.
From the garden. They have long coveted this world, but it always been kept out.
Thieves from the garden.
They finally got a chance thanks to your efforts. Unfortunately, they ran into Miss March and their consciousnesses were plucked out one by one, reducing them to mere husks.
So they died when they met They met Evernight. We saw, or at least they got like what we saw happen to it, because I think it is the memo snatchers. Like what? Because if you talk about the idea of like the thieves from the garden, that's the memo snatchers, and we saw what happened to them when we saw with Black Swan, right?
Those who were lucky enough to escape her drowned in the black tide, becoming these.
Look at those
twisted figures.
That wolf creature is so weird.
But they look very different from the usual black tide creatures.
Yeah, there's like a sepia tone to them.
The reason has to do with our destination. Let us deal with the threats before us first. Then I'll reveal the answer to you.
He loves vague posting, doesn't he?
You really have no intention of fighting, do you?
I have no grounds to assist
Don't ever
you.
laugh in Don Hong's direction again, I swear to God. We'll plug you out.
Besides, the geniuses are still keeping a close eye on me. I would hate for anything I do to be misconstrued as provocation against you.
Never mind. Let me clear the way.
He's like, whatever, fine, bro. Oh my God, they're so weird. What the hell? They're so like, they look so slimy and stuff. They're so weird.
Harmony and unison.
They're so weird.
Relax. Didn't hurt.
We're definitely not we definitely don't have the usual abilities that we would use for this, or like the weakness points here. Of course, I have to level up more of my teams.
Spend freely.
Just been finding the time to do it. That chicken looks like Lygus, actually.
Cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll
Ugly
take it
and
off.
balking all this.
Not bad.
Watch your head.
Going bog every 2 seconds. Vague posting. Lygus is on Twitter all the time going like, you won't like... the reason is very simple, but we're not ready for that conversation yet.
May song bring us victory. Resonate all together.
All in. Watch your head.
I love the follow-up attacks here as well.
Good times never last.
Hope she says boom.
Time to say bye.
That's our mother.
Boom.
Literal mother, figurative mother.
Stand still.
We're so close to getting the Robin move. I can feel it.
Fighting is meaning.
We're so close. There it is.
All in.
Tonight, soul shall
Have you guys seen this before?
embrace. Tonight,
Let's go.
the stars echo because of
Everything's
me.
okay now. Life is good. Life is good. What Lygus? I never even heard of Lygus. I never heard of Lygus. See? You tell him, Robin. You tell him. Get it going. Yeah. Okay, we gotta keep going at some point. I'm gonna have to reunite with Lygus at some point.
The time is now. Watch your head.
Look at that. Robin did it all. Actually, it's four of like some of my favorite characters. It's like 4 of the top 5, I'd say, maybe. Top 6 at least.
Spearmanship, truly remarkable.
What torture having to go from Robin's beautiful singing to Xandark over here.
Let's get back on our previous
Please.
topic.
These memo snatchers attempted to infiltrate the breeding ground of the Black Tide to steal Iron Tomb's
Yeah, the idea of like
memories.
a dying no wait, to steal Iron Toon's memories. So they were not only, because again, I think this probably lines up with what we were saying before, like they're not only trying to like steal the memories of a dying Eon, but also trying to steal like the memories of like a Lord Ravager as well, which again lines up with what they would probably want in this sense too.
That sounds like a surefire way of destroying
Pretty
themselves.
Well, our views differ on that. They had a chance to reach the truth precisely because they did not fear death.
Oh, it's like releasing like it's like if you miss every single shot you don't take kind of thing. because they didn't fear the idea of death, they actually had a chance to obtain or make their goal, right? If you're playing rock paper scissors and you don't go, you lose, you know.
That futile world bearer turned himself into a seal in this cycle, attempting to suppress the black tide.
Futile world bearer. Is that Phainon or is that Stell in this sense?
His golden blood soaked into the ocean tides and covered the earth, etching the scar of destruction into this world. And that scar shall point the way forward for
is that Phainon? The futile world bear turned himself into a seal in the cycle, attempting to suppress the black tide spread. His golden blood soaked in the ocean and tides and covered the earth, etching the scar of destruction into the world. Could that be?
Erudition, destruction, remembrance. When the three paths cross once again, Amphoreus shall face a most magnificent end.
Yeah, okay. This is a nerve-wracking sequence here because I'm so worried for Don Hung, but obviously I'm still interested in so many ways of seeing like what's going to happen here as well with the whole stuff with Lygus as well. Because again, there's no doubt about it. Like, you know, he's one of my most irritating ops ever. Like, you know, I despise him with all passions that I could have. But like, you know, to say he's uninteresting would just be a lie. You know, it would just be a silly lie. That's anchor, great. You know what I mean? It would be dumb. It would be such a silly lie. We can be annoyed by him and also think he's an interesting character, you know?
Don Cloud.
I have witnessed 30 million futile ends atop this cliff. You may not agree with me, but I've always believed that this number has made me the person who understands Kaslana the most.
I think that there's an argument to be made that you do on a level that is interesting in terms of like, you know, the like in terms of understanding his struggle more than anyone. You've seen more than anything about him. Like, you've seen every single path he's gone through, every single moment he's gone through. But I think what's so interesting about like your perspective, Lygus, is that you're wrong in one sense, is that even with all the stuff you've seen, he still surprised you in the end. You still don't understand him, and I think that's one of the things where like, you can have someone who like listens to everything you say, right? But they might not take anything in. And while yes, you know all the struggles he's gone through, you've seen all the stuff that he's done, you see all the people he's fought and the people he's killed and what he went through and all this stuff, right? 110%. But I think there's a difference between true understanding of someone and their emotions and their feelings and who they are versus seeing something and then warping it to what you want to believe as well.
This is also where he decapitated me
in my
on
view.
That day and pointed his sword at the Aeon of Destruction.
Such a crazy moment, that song as well. Because I think you can have someone who like is with you all the time and they still won't understand you after years. It happens. It definitely happens. Yeah.
He suffered a tragic defeat, but also achieved a legendary deed.
So we're definitely obviously we're talking about Phainon now. Of course we are.
A drop of burning golden blood. The blood that will cleanse the world. Dripped from the god's wound.
When he cut his face.
Nanook? Phainon managed to hurt them?
That's it. And this is so interesting because no one else knows about this, but we know about it, right? That's what's so interesting about it too. It's like, for people that follow Eons, right? This is a huge deal. As you see here with Don Hung, you hurt Nanook.
Yes. It melded into Kaslana's body, becoming the Destruction's final blessing.
The blood melded into his body? He took a drop of blood from him and melded into Kaslana's body.
If you wish to dispel the fog and find that March 7th, then go and awaken his fury.
Nanook's fury or Phainon's fury?
She hides in the crevices of time, in the most concealed corner of Amphoreus. Only the most ferocious will can break through the memory zone and illuminate her footsteps.
So, is it Phainon's fury? Awaken his fury, so Phainon's fury? And since she hides in the crevice of time, the most concealed corner of Amphoreus, only the most ferocious will break through the memory zone and illuminate her footsteps. So you require Phainon's fury to do this?
Just like how the blazing sun can only rise at the end of the Evernight.
That has to be referencing Phainon, right? Of course.
How do I know this won't be another trick of yours?
I have nothing to gain from helping you two work together. But in this cycle, Kaslana never answered my calls. Perhaps his mind has already eroded away. Or perhaps he is still awake, still fighting the whispers of the Black Tide.
That's what some believed as well, right? That he's still fighting?
Deep down, I only wish that you and the esteemed Trailblazer could bring me an answer.
So Lygus just wants to know if he is still fighting. Lygus just wants the answer. Because again, I think Lygus, wouldn't be afraid to admit it that like Kaslana has also brought him, is probably the only thing that probably was like kept his mind from going crazy as well. Because again, he watched everything that Kaslana went through. He watched everything that Phainon went through. He saw it all. Right? And as I said, I don't think that he understands him on an emotional level. I just don't. I won't buy into that idea. Like you can watch someone for thousands of years and he clearly still didn't understand him in the end. But he does, he has seen everything that he's done. He has seen all the stuff he's gone through. And the idea that he wouldn't have curiosity or want to know what's happening to him right now would be crazy, right? It would be absolutely crazy. Let's see what happens here.
Is there really no other way? How long has it been for you?
For Phainon.
Kaslana. Phainon. I'm back.
Oh, Phainon, I'm back. He like switched from Kaslana to Phainon. Because that's his friend too. No way. What is happening?
The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation, you lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Oh my god, and she's talking about like Phainon here as well. And they're playing this music too.
Duty does not drive you to wield your blade, but hate. Behind that hatred, you seem to desire the destruction of the self.
There's hatred that this is all them talking about Phainon.
Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey. What you stand to lose weighs far heavier than life itself.
Huge.
It is because you suffer that you are so much stronger than any ordinary person.
Is Donhong witnessing this right now? All the stuff that like people like said about or to Phainon. No way. No way, he's just there? Partner.
And Donhong.
Oh my god, oh my god, and it's this, of course it's this version, of course it is. But like, even hearing Phainon's voice actor say partner and Donhong again.
You still remember us.
Do you hear that in Donhong's voice?
You still remember us.
There's like a slight twinge of like, hold it together, Donhong.
Those two names are like brands.
They're never leaving his body, never leaving his mind.
Then I'll tell you that those two names only appeared for a blink of an eye in your long journey.
Yeah.
But we once fought together to protect this holy city beneath our feet. And we witnessed each other's resolve at this very cliff.
I have forgotten everything.
except the belief I had when I set off. Even this body is as alien to me as your words.
Jesus, man, the idea that your own body is alien to you, what your current form is alien to you?
All I know is that I must imprison the destruction that swallows all.
This is so sad though as well, the idea that like he knows of Dan Hong, he knows of Stell. He doesn't remember all the times that they really had together, but all he knows is like one thing, and this is like his goal. Imprison the destruction that swallows all. He doesn't remember the words they had together. He doesn't remember the, you know, the moments they fought together. It was a blip on those, you know, millions upon millions of years. It's, again, their impression and the love and whatever like they have with each other, it's branded into his mind. Those names are branded into his mind. But like, such a small portion of his journey.
What if I tell you that we're here for the same thing?
Exactly.
Look at what this world has become. You know what it's waiting for. Even if you've forgotten everything, I still believe that you'll make the right choice. Like you did in the past.
Hong. Again, because I know I keep saying it, but we always sometimes forget that it's like, yes, Stell has made such an impression on this world. Dan Hong came here just the same as Stell. He made just as many friends as Stell did. And he believed in these characters just as much as Stell did. I need to hear Phainon's beautiful, happy voice at some point again. I need to hear it.
When have we ever had a choice? When were we ever masters of this world's fate?
Oh, I need you to talk to Kafka. Yes, things can be predetermined. But you can also decide what we do on the path there as well.
Even though I shoulder the dreams of millions of lives, I could only forge the destruction's evil will.
The self-hatred he has here for himself as well is so sad to me. It's so sad.
No.
This is so sad to me. It's just brutal. Like, especially since, like, you know, we have such a love and admiration for both these characters, and you almost feel the same feeling of, like, Dan Hong reaching out to Phainon here, to Kaslana here. You want to reach out as well. Like, we feel that reaching out. We feel that, like, you know, pleading.
Everyone I know is dead. And the world I dared to save has been torn to pieces.
It's so brutal. It's so freaking brutal. Like, how lost would you feel? How, like, I don't think we don't have that line anymore, but like, he's talked about already, like, in this conversation, the idea of like how even with all, you know, his aims and his goals here, even him trying to save like this world as well, like all the people that have died on this path, all of his friends, all of his loved ones.
So, be gone. This body never existed to carry out deliverance.
Oh my god. This is not just him like saying this in a biblical sense or a prophetic sense. This is him saying it like personally. That feeling of like, I was never meant to be that hero. I was never meant to be that deliverer. That's not me. And how painful is that to like say that about yourself when like you've been basically for so long brought up on the idea. And I know like it was only like very recently they kind of made him to be the person that was like, you know, and it's not recent. I want to be clear, it's not recent, but like, you believe that you can do something. You believe that you can save them. You believe that you can, like, in one of these cycles, you're going to make a breakthrough with something here. You're going to. And in the end, you have to say to Dan Hong here, like, I don't think my body was ever made to be this deliverer, made to carry out this deliverance.
There's no need to be so serious.
No way. No way.
Sorry, I had a
No
really
way.
long nap and all the bad memories woke up first.
Oh my god, the bad memories woke up first. Hearing his voice. Oh, this is
Long time no see, partner.
Oh my god, I'm gonna freaking throw my controller across the room. I needed this for so long. Hearing the happy tone in his voice, seeing this fight out again.
Well, it was only a very brief farewell for me.
I know, like you can feel the emotion in Don Hong as well, because he's not someone who outwardly expresses emotions all the time. You can hear it in the tinges in his voice. It was only brief for Don Hong, but for Phainon, this was millions upon millions upon millions of years. This is Don Hong's friend.
We once walked side by side and trusted each other to watch our backs. That memory will never fade away, even if all else.
Yes. Like, cause in the end, like we know that Phainon also got inspired by the Trailblazers. He wanted to be a Trailblazer. He loved Sel and Don Hong. He loved them.
And because it was so precious and hidden so deep in my heart, it needed more time to wake up.
Oh, even to wake up, like you're like the little tiny voice acting change, because we know Phainon's voice actor is incredible, by the way. We know he's incredible. But that expresses so much in such a small manner there. He's been so much more gentle. And all the bad memories, as he said, woke up first. But those precious memories just needed a bit more time. And he's felt them now.
Trailblazing?
That's what I'm talking about. Look at this.
Interesting concept. Surely on your worlds, that is also a titan revered by the masses. There is no need to further confirm your resolve. Today, we inherit the duty of the gods, safeguarding the inhabitants of Amphoreus.
This time, man, all I wanted was to go back to a time where, like, I saw Phainon smiling, man.
Stand with me and become heroes.
Look at this. This is incredible.
Did you hear that? Heroes. I have never forgotten the weight of that word.
This music as well is so powerful too. Man, this you've no idea how much this scene means to me. And it's like just to talk about it, like a literal, like is this literally just like, again, if we're talking about memories or projections of memories in the same way that, like, we saw, like, I don't know if this is like the awakening of the other parts of Phainon's lost memories as well, but
even though I am no longer a hero, and the only thing remaining in me is the boundless flames of wrath.
Again, the voice actor for Phainon is so freaking incredible that this just sounds like two different people. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the same voice actor, but it's different emotions, different times in their lives, different places, like, emotionally. It's so crazy.
But lighting a fire can also illuminate the path ahead.
Oh my god, he's perfect. This is the Phainon that everyone believed in. This is the Phainon that everyone, like, followed. The Phainon that everyone would have followed into the depths of hell for. You know what I mean? The fact that, like, the other Phainon goes, like, all I have is the flames of wrath. And he's like, well, how about we use that to illuminate a path ahead? Like, the positivity, the beautiful outlook on life that Phainon has embodied here in this Phainon.
Everyone I know is dead.
He's repeating what he said before as well.
The world I dared to save has been torn to pieces.
What's Phainon going to say to this?
But there is still a group of heroes that I know.
And he's talking about us as well.
And they will bring the true tomorrow to Amphoreus.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is incredible. Believe in this, believe in yourself, Phainon. And believe in the Trailblazers.
This body never existed to carry out deliverance.
He's saying this, I think he wants people to refute this stuff.
It only ever burned for world bearing.
Oh. For Trailblaze? Oh no. I got, like, tears in my eyes, guys. Oh my. It only ever burned for trailblazing. Like, in response to, like, this body was never made to carry deliverance. Like, no, be like, it's meant for trailblazing. Because I do agree with that. Phainon embodies the idea of trailblazing, like, more than most. It's so beautiful. Oh my god. Reaching out to himself. I am in awe.
I'm going to head towards tomorrow.
Don't say the word tomorrow. Oh my god, this is insane. This is so incredible.
Don't make me wait too long, Donna. Partner.
Oh. He's like putting his faith in us. Oh, deal. Deal. In Dan Hong language, he might as well just kiss them on the lips. You know what I mean? That's like that's Dan Hong's like way of expressing himself. You know what I mean? Dan Hong says so much with so little. You know.
What if we were born from the destruction?
My heart is pounding here. This is such a beautiful scene.
There is no need to question your heart. No need to crave victory. If I am born to be a vessel of sin,
yeah,
then I shall roar at evil and trailblaze a dawn for future generations to come.
That's so sick. Phainon, that is so sick. If I'm supposed to be born for destruction, if we are made for destruction, if we're made for conflict, then fine. I'll point my conflict, my destruction, my roar at the evil. That's so cool. And using the word trailblaze again. This is amazing. This is amazing. What's happening? Huh?
Let us go.
Let us go?
To the other side of the night.
What? No way. What is happening? What the hell? All the little creatures?
We know that the dawn is there. And the blazing sun, destined to rise.
What just happened? What just happened?
It won't be too long before our paths cross again.
Was that to guide us towards March 7th, or you mean Evernight? I mean, probably both.
There is a ruckus coming from the Grove of Epiphany. It is time for you to set out, my lord.
Sure. Absolutely sure.
I have another notice for you. In this cycle, an eccentric demigod deviated from their flame-chased destiny.
An eccentric demigod? Wait, what?
In a history known by none, Terravox,
we heard of Terravox.
The earth fell. This matter has remained extremely mysterious, contradicting the extrapolations of 30 million cycles. I have reasons to suspect it also has something to do with Lady March 7th.
Well, at that point, we have to, like, do something then, right? We have to.
As of now, clues that yield no conclusions are not important.
Okay.
Phainon already pointed me in the right direction. Open the way.
So yeah, opening a path, right? Is that what it was? To find Evernight? What does he sense?
Lord Dan Hong is gone. You can now speak your mind, Lord Anaxagoras.
Thanks for the honor. And here I thought you weren't ever going to acknowledge your old friend.
I love hearing from Anaxagoras at any point, even if it's butter version.
The Inspiration Circus recorded that you have led me up Dawn Cloud countless times.
Yes.
And the last time was right in the previous cycle. Oh, and Kefali even lowered their hand to welcome.
Surely you didn't move into my head to browse such trivial content.
Yeah, but Angstagger's always has a point. He always has a point.
But if that's the case, I wouldn't mind recalling some fun Dromus trivia for your pleasure.
Oh, just pull the trigger. Get rid of this guy.
You seem pretty relaxed.
Indeed. The experiment's variable will be eliminated by my enemy's very hands.
So Stell?
A beautiful way to kill two birds with one stone, isn't it? You know very well that everything I said about that Remembrance Pathstrider was true. Both my hypothesis regarding her identity and my recommendations to Lord Don Han.
Yes.
Sorry, I was rereading again.
You haven't told a single lie so far.
It's just crazy that he takes 10 years to say one sentence, guys. I'm sorry. I can't hide it. It's crazy.
But I noticed your thoughts would generate a curious ripple whenever you mentioned her. It's almost like you were deliberately trying to hide something into the depths of your
So he hasn't been
brain.
telling lies, but he's been hiding something.
Since you're talking in such a blunt way, I'm assuming you haven't actually found any concrete evidence.
Just end this guy, man.
That is correct. Thanks to that mechanical body, you can control the boundaries of your thoughts, opting to only show partial truths. Pity that I still managed to grasp a shiver of fear that escaped your control, and I traced it upstream to discover one single
Oh, what's this gonna be? Oh, Xander's is taking it back a little bit too. Oh my god, the laugh! Love his laugh.
Like Kyrgyz, tell
Oh my
me,
god, what is it? What is the word?
what is the demiurge?
The demiurge? The demiurge? Oh, we're fading away? The demiurge. And now we're here at the Grove of Epiphany? The demiurge. Is it to do with demigods? Obviously, urge to be a demigod, maybe? I don't know.
Even the branches and leaves of the sacred tree have been dyed gold. Phainon gave his all for her.
So that's what it was. It's like the golden blood. Him giving his all. Him directing us in the right direction to give us a... Like, because that's what it seems like to me, right?
Now that the destruction has quelled the Memoria tide, it's time for me to go deeper into the grove.
Oh my god, what the hell? A flustered... Is that what happened? Like, was it... Look at this little cute thing. Whoa.
Who's there?
This is just the perfect place to stop here for now, guys, and come back in the next one, because I feel like, you know, whatever we're kind of getting into now is going to be absolutely huge. I know it is. There's no way in hell that, like, we're not heading towards something insane here. I know, like, I haven't, like, dented this story that much, because people have been saying that, like, there's a lot to this part too. Is this all golden blood, like, encrusted in the ground? But that's just the way we do things here. We don't go... we take our time with a lot of this stuff as much as possible. 110%. And I never apologize for that. Never, because it's been the best experience for me. So I definitely look at all the dramas as well. All these little creatures here too. It's something that I like. If I've had one of the most fantastic experiences ever, I'm not going to change the way I'm doing my most fantastic experience ever. To be honest, like. Wait, we can warp out of here. We can't actually warp out of here. Oh no, we can change perspectives, then warp out of here. Yeah, we can change perspectives, then warp out of here. Which implies that we're, like, in the specific moment in time then, I guess? Kafka! Oh, Hurt is here. Did you see me talk to Kafka? In terms of next week's videos, by the way, I think that there might be 3 Honkai Star Rail videos, but I'm not sure. It depends on the timing. I don't want to promise anything and then like something comes up where I can only do 2. But we'll see what happens anyway when it comes to the episodes of Honkai Star Rail next week. You never know what we could be up to next week. You never know, it could be 2, you never know it could be 3. Yeah, it could be 7. Unlikely, but it could be. You never know what life brings you. I think this is like, I think it's okay this episode to kind of like be like, I feel like, you know, a lot of amazing moments happened, but I think it's also like 100% okay for to sit here and kind of be like a little bit confused in some ways as well. Like it's not like, I think it's not unintentional. I think Honkai Star Rail definitely wants you to be confused at times as well, because there's so many like crazy, confusing aspects to the story that happen anyway. So it makes sense that in some ways they would want you to kind of be like a bit like, what's happening? What is happening in the story? I absolutely was in love and over the moon at a lot of the scenes in this whole story, whether it be the stuff we just saw with Dan Hong and Phainon, which to me was Phainon finding the good part of that that was still fighting, right? The good part, the part that remembers this world and that appreciates the journey that they've been on, the people they've seen, and tried to awaken them to kind of like be like reasonable in some ways, or at least like trying to reason with Phainon to remember like exactly why, not only just they started this journey, but like who they fought for and fought alongside. There's a scene with Kafka, which to me just blew my mind. I was so freaking happy to see a scene like this. Like that to me is like one of the legitimately like best, most like impactful scenes for me, just because I love Kafka so much, and also I love the relationship with Kafka and the Stellar Hunters and Stell. So seeing them like all like seeing Kafka be like, you know, the most like motherly figure that she has been before, but also at the same time too like have such like very mysterious Kafka vibes. There's so many things that happen. There's stuff with Black Swan, the stuff with Sunday. They really set up Evernight in this story as well to be one of the most terrifying characters, because I think they did that like again such a good job with that. Having Evernight basically thwart, in a way, Sunday and Black Swan. You know what I mean? It almost means like for a moment in time, Lygus became such a back burner enemy, not because he's not still dangerous. Of course, if he's given the chance, he'd be dangerous again. Of course, 110%. But Evernight is taking center stage. And the way they showcased that, we saw it in this episode, like how well they showcased how dangerous she truly is, how she was able to stop Sunday in just a flick of the wrist, how she was able to scare Black Swan as well, because Black Swan's like, will I survive this encounter? Like, it's such an interesting episode we had here with so many different like tiny revelations and bigger revelations. The stuff with Kafka to me was incredible, because obviously like what happened was we were put into like what seems like a Memoria tide in some ways with March, and I think it was to protect us. That's what they wanted, because later on we heard, you know, like there's a protective nature of what he feels from Evertide, and I wonder if it is like just to protect Stell and Dan Hong, and await this destruction to happen so that they don't actually get hurt from this. And I know like it's like you could say, well, Dan Hong is not here and that it's Stell that's trapped in that kind of thing, but I think that like, you know, the intention was to protect both the Stell and Dan Hong. And because of this, Stell is in this like really warped world. It seems like everything's too perfect, and that's how you always know. Like for example, like it's like that's why all these kind of like paths and path striders and all these people get this stuff wrong so many times. It's the same way with anything. It's like when if they try to recreate my friend, and my friend was like, "Hey Calvin, how's it going?" Like, "Oh," and they never insulted me once. They never teased me once through an entire hangout session, right? I'd leave the place going, something's really weird. Like, why didn't they... Usually they'd tease me by now. Usually they'd say something by now. And that's what Stell was noticing. It's like, Dan Hong is a sweetheart, but he's not outwardly like an open sweetheart. Welt is someone who like enjoys going on like a journey and a trip. So him being like, oh yeah, I have to leave it to you guys, I'm old now, is not Welt would sooner die than be like... then fold his arms and be like, oh yeah, whatever, you guys go on your journey. He's the type of guy who like legitimately like, I feel like if someone's like, hey, I'm going to the shop, anyone want to come? He's like, me. What's that? He's very like proactive when it comes to the idea of still wanting to trailblaze. So him being like leaving it to the future generation just didn't make any sense. It definitely was this thing where like you could tell something was weird was going on here. And it was Cyrene, who was like, I guess, our mem that was trying to break through to us, and did break through to us, and even like got us away from those memo sprites that are trying to keep us contained in this like one singular space. And that's when we got to see Kafka and Silverwolf in the moment before we woke up, like literally the precursor to like the start of the game. And something really, like, again, I say this is one of the most incredible scenes because it's not just like it's Kafka. Like, the stuff that happened in the scene was absolutely fantastic. The fact that we had Kafka and Silverwolf basically like conversing about us and like talking about like what like the script and all this stuff too. But it's clear that on the script, to me anyway, this is the way I look at it. In the script, it said that at this point you would have to like maybe impart something to Stell that Stell could hear in the future once you woke up, once you got more in contact with the remembrance, right? But in that moment, Kafka kind of went a little bit off script, and that's what kind of like made Silverwolf go, huh? And she started talking about it in the most like sweet and motherly way possible, being like, hey, the script is like, yeah, it's kind of predetermined in some ways, and you're on this endless battle, but you can decide what you want to do with this. And it felt like a mother sitting down with her daughter, being like, look, I know that, like, you know, the world can be crazy, but like, you have to live your own life, you know? And it felt, and again, even Silverwolf kind of like noticed it was like the most emotional Kafka could be in this moment too. Now, I think two things happened here, right? And people can look at it the other way, that's fine. I think Kafka in that moment knew that Stell might be like looking on this memory obviously directly, right? In such a way, not just remembering it, but like looking on directly. That's why she just like, they didn't have her body turn towards Stell who's in the memory and then have it turn back to the Stell that's like the before she woke up at the start of the game, like unintentionally. The game doesn't do that unintentionally. The game's not gonna have Kafka turn her body towards us in the memory and then turn it towards like change positions like that. Kafka knew we would see this. Kafka knew we could hear this, and not just like, and she wants us to hear something that like would be actually very motivating to us and very like empowering to us, not just something that would like, you know, feel kind of like rigid and stiff and kind of, because again, I'm sure Elio said like you have to impart something in their memories that's like, hey, like to show her that like what she can do in the future and like how she can move forward. In fact, we can go back and look at the actual text as well, because we have it here. I have so much like stuff shared here. Like, it's the first time I think like everything I've shared, it might be like all the way to here, apart from this one here. Yeah, it's like starting here even. Like, look, it's the first time I think I've like screenshotted like 14 different screenshots for this stuff as well. And probably should have screenshotted more, but like, what can you do? But yeah, like we see here, it's like they're talking about how she's gonna wake up, and then they said this is the part of the script. So like, I think they both knew that they had to impart something in her mind. And she said, remember these words and then forget them, and slumber in the depths of your memory until the day that you are awakened once more. On that day, your journey will intertwine with the remembrance. In nearly every possibility Elio has foreseen, it leads to a great crisis. You'll face betrayal, lose your way, and seek answers. So before you hear these words, I don't want you to consider this a prophecy. You'll arrive at this moment because of the decisions you made. I'm getting emotional again. Like, and then Silverwolf's even like, what? Why are you saying this? Like, the idea that like her saying this to me is like, I think it empowers Stell. I think it gives Stell more power in this world than like just giving her a prophecy. Because while they follow a script, right? I think this is on the same lines of Remember Kafka, like, gave an excuse that she wanted Firefly to buy her something on Pennyconey as a reason. I'm gonna get emotional again. The Stellar Hunters make me so emotional. To give her a reason to kind of stay on Pennyconey and kind of like, you know, make her own decisions for a while as well. I see this in kind of a similar fashion where Kafka like cares about these characters. She may not always be able to show it all the time, but this is her empowering Stell. This is her empowering her daughter. Just the same way she gave to Firefly to allow Firefly to live her own life as well, you know? They like, she cares. She does care. And this term here as well, it's like in every single possibility Elios foreseen, it will lead to a great crisis. You will face betrayal, you lose your way and seek answers. So once you come in contact with the remembrance, which we did, it will lead to a great crisis. It did. You will face betrayal. Could you say I guess you could if you talk about it in terms of like Lygus in a way too, but we there might be betrayal to come. Lose your way. We did kind of like, we lost our way in the past as well, and in his memories, and seek answers, and we have to find answers too. Elio foresaw all of this happening. He obviously, but I think it's like he don't always know the details, but he foresaw this stuff happening. So before you hear these words, she's like, I do not want you to consider this me just telling you this is what's going to happen. You got here because of what you did, right? You got here because you made the decisions. It's empowering. It takes it puts the agency back into it. I don't know what you've endured. Oh, God, I'm going to... or whether you still believe in me. But there's even a trace of doubt in your heart. I hope these words can give you strength. Like, how beautiful is that? Like, Stella's so lucky to have a stepmom, Himiko, who cares about her like her actual mother, and real mother Kafka, who like can't be here all the time, but whenever she does, you know, she cares, you know. I don't know what you endure or whether you'll still believe in me, but if there's even a trace of doubt in your heart, I hope these words can give you strength. And that's like, again, that sounds like it's come from a place of like her wanting to believe in her. You know what I mean? I think it weighs on her mind as well, the fact that like this is a girl who journeyed with the Stellar Hunters and then they had to let her go so she can go on her own path. You know what I mean? She was with Kafka for a while. This is legitimately like, you know, letting your daughter go somewhere off on her own. And saying, I hope this gives you strength. Because again, she hopes that Stella can be powered by this. It is a wish of the cosmos that sets you in motion. The world wants you here, right? The world wants you here. And in that tale, where you are a protagonist, the stars themselves will defy the destiny of finality. So as long as you're the main character, the stars themselves are going to defy fate and finality. And defy the idea of like a final end. Maybe not fate, but a final end. Mark this number. 4. So the number 4, according to Terminus prophecy, 4 paths will push the cosmos to its end. And on your journey, you shall encounter them one by one. Destruction. Harmony. Nihility. And remembrance. So, if I'm not mistaken, destruction is obviously the nuke, of course. Harmony is when we were on Penacony, right? With Shipe. Nihility, what was the 9? Right, IX, Nihility. And then Remembrance, which would be Fuli, right? I just impressed myself. I just impressed myself there. I'll just say that much, sir. No, it shouldn't be impressive noise, but I'm just saying, like, you know, I think sometimes people, and you know, F them. Some people think I don't know about like things like that. It's like, you know, they're never gonna think I'm smart anyway. I don't need them to think I'm smart. So yeah, whatever. So then it's like, what? I can't make it out. Easy now. Trust what you remember. The 4 paths have yet to fully reveal their face, and that's why the journey is worth it. Even the predetermined script, there's room for us to mold possibilities in shape we prefer. So again, even though there's a predetermined script, you can make a path for yourself. So listen, take this guiding principle, then forget it. Let your own will be what expands your journey through life. It's so beautiful, man. It's one of the most beautiful expressions ever in this game. Let your guiding principle, take this guiding principle, let your own will be what expands in your journey through life. Let it be you that decides where everything goes. Yes, there is like a predetermined script, but let you make the decisions along the way. That's exactly the same thing that she wanted to impart onto Firefly. Mother Kafka, I swear to God, game, whatever the next world is, next region I should say, next planet, you need to, and this is just end of, there's no debating, I need a full Kafka story. She needs to have 3 acts. Come back to yourself. Kafka said that when my link to remembrance deepens, this memory will surface everything when it needs to, and an inevitable crisis will surely follow. But even a Stellar Hunter can't fully grasp the trailblazing journey. Just as I thought, it will begin. It all begins on March 7th, doesn't it? So this line to me is interesting because the whole thing of like Stellar Hunter can't grasp the trailblazing journey. That just means I feel like they don't even though they can decide fate, they don't know where the trailblazers are going to go on their path, on the individual paths. And just like I thought, it all begins on March 7th. Are we saying that because March 7th has this tie to the remembrance and was the first to enter Amphoreus, that it all started with her in terms of our connection with the remembrance, and that's when we started to remember everything? Or is it a thing that like once March got like more tied into her memory, then we start remembering this too, as well. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Even the Express said never arrived on Amphoreus or secret would have come to light eventually. So like, so eventually it would have happened anyway. So it's not just her going to Amphoreus, it would have happened anyway. So this is the like after all of this, when we were like pulled out of this by Sunday, we were brought to like this the world of Penacony, right? And this is a scene, as I said, that's powerful for many reasons. This is an incredible scene for many reasons. I think one of the main reasons is the So before we go on as well, though, I want to like express that I do think that the scene with Kafka, as I said, like as I've already said, is powerful from like a motherly aspect, from a very supportive aspect. But just because I think when Kafka speaks, you feel the weight of her words. And even though, like, you know, there might be a lack of trust between the Stellar Hunters sometimes and the Trailblazers, which I, again, for me, it's like I don't have a lack of trust for Kafka. Like, if you tell me right now, hey, Blade, Kafka, Firefly, Silverwolf, they need you right now to do something. Like, I have my boots on already. Halfway through, Kafka saying, like, I need you. Boots are on. Let's go. You know, let's go where we need to go, you know? And people can call that naive. I don't think it's naive at all. I don't think it's a situation where it's like just me being like, oh, I love the baddies, you know? It's not that at all. They have proven themselves to be like more than capable, caring of Stell. A lot of them have Stell's best interests in their minds and caring of each other. You know what I mean? I don't care when it says like they have that with each other. But yeah, like a really beautiful scene. And I guess in a way it was once again Kafka preparing and empowering Stell for what's going to happen in the future as well when it comes to like these different paths and like avoiding this destructive path and also like finding her own path through this so she can get there by herself. And it doesn't have to be so predetermined by fate. Sunday dragged us into Penacony. This scene is so important for so many reasons. Not only did this give us like more of like a kind of like indication of what like Evernight is, but it showcased how, as we said, how powerful Evernight is. Sunday was so ready to help us here. And in a moment, Evernight grabbed onto Stell and was dragging her out of that memory. I need to make this clear. Sunday is nothing to sneeze at when it comes to his power with Memoria. They said this in the game. He's nothing to sneeze at. There's a reason why they utilized him in this sense. So him grabbing onto Stell, and then when a split second having like him getting flicked away by Evernight, is not only just a show of like, oh my god, like Sunday failed. It's, oh my god, Sunday failed in a battle within like a, I guess you could say a Memoria Tide. For someone to be able to do this to Sunday, that's power. That's insane. That's so powerful. You could say, well, he doesn't have his full power anymore because he doesn't have the stuff that happened. No, but still, Sunday is a powerful character. Even before, like, the boss battle with him, he was always a powerful character. He always was. And he got dragged out of that as well. Herta dragged him out just in case, as well. He said that she's directly related to March 7th and looks like March 7th. But obviously it's not March 7th because what he compared it to was like the bottomless abyss of a lake. It's not a clear lake, but it's a bottomless abyss. It's like a reflection, which again lines up with what they said before about the idea being a shadow of a candle that was burnt out. But he sensed the term protectiveness. That's what he sent, or the feeling of protectiveness in her, which, as he said, it says it here as well. Like, you know, she likely foresaw a tragic end to Amphoreus and the world, and March 7th experienced this. And as I say here, a desire to protect her fellow crewmates, she awoken the power of Evernight. That teeters. I love the idea of teetering on the edge of evil. It's like it has a protectiveness, but it's always teetering on the edge of evil. Because look, they didn't care about Sunday. Their whole goal here is to protect Stell and Dan Heng as well. So March 7th's wish to protect Stell and Dan Heng gave rise to Evernight. And we know she gave her memories up to like for Evernight as well, because she saw a tragic end happening. So it literally is like a protectiveness of like keeping Stell in one spot, I guess, so she never has to actually like experience this tragic end. The trailblazing journey can continue on and on forever and ever. A wish that they believe March 7 wanted, but again, Stell believes we're twisting the words as well at the same time too. And they says, well, Sunday can't join the fight through tuning anymore. Yeah. I'm using this text here, guys, because like it's one of those things where like it's nice to have in the background as well. I have no problem. Like, and there's a reason we screenshot it as well at the same time too. But yeah, like Sunday's not gonna be able to get involved anymore. They have to rely on kind of Black Swan. Another incredible scene. And it's so great, again, having it. They use the characters we already trust and we know the weight of their words means something, using Kafka for these scenes, using Sunday for these scenes, using Black Swan for these scenes. Because then when they speak, we kind of go, okay, we're listening, right? Not that there's other characters we don't trust and listen to as well, but I do think it is powerful to have these characters and specifically do it because we know they have experience in these fields, whether it be Black Swan with the whole thing with the Remembrance, or Sunday with Memoria, or even Kafka when it comes to like fate. Like all this stuff, like when they talk, we listen. And I feel like it was really, really good idea to have them there as well. And also showing off, again, Evernight's power and all this stuff. Really, really powerful scene. And terrifying sequence as well. But yeah, Black Swan was here in this like kind of like in-between area where the gate was before, like 2 Amphoreus, it seems. And she met these kind of memo snatchers that seemed to be like trapped in a place with these memo sprites surrounding them. And yeah, there's like those black memo sprites that swallowed everything, and they called the girl as the memo keeper's nemesis, and that could be referring to Miss March, the Evernight, March 7th. Or maybe it could just be referring to like March 7th in general, the idea that like maybe like her regaining her memories was something that they probably didn't want to happen, I guess. But there was like a really horrific thing here where like they were screaming for their lives, you know, terrified. But even before that, they talked about I think I screenshotted here as well. It's called like this. It's like the seed of remembrance. Like that they had to come in here and try and steal the seed of remembrance. But they did say, they mentioned March 7 was like the Memo Keeper's nemesis. They also mentioned this stuff as well, which to me is like so strange as well. We may have a glimmer of hope for those who are still alive in there if you tell me everything you know about her. They said Eden of blessed light. So that's what happened. We were tricked. We were a sacrifice. The garden used us. The pure child of Anasarava abandoned us. So these people that thought they were doing something kind of great here ended up being a sacrifice for the pure child of Anasavra. She just wants to find her lost sisters. Find them, kill them, reclaim them. So the pure child of Anasavra wants to find her sisters and reclaim her sisters. If a new life is born, its seed has to be dead. Dead. And she says, I can finally understand your fears now. So whatever this pure child of Anasavra is, wants to find her lost sisters, kill them and reclaim them. And they use these memo snatchers as a sacrifice. And they were tricked into like coming here to Amphoreus. So maybe that could be Evernight as well. Why did I take a screenshot of this? Then there's the ending. Oh, because they're talking about Oblivion. But I guess like we knew this as well. Like it is like Oblivion. It is nothingness. That's what it describes as well. But yeah, like the scene with Black Swan as well, because then Black Swan turns around, she's like, if I can survive this encounter with Evernight. Again, they built up Evernight as such a terrifying character already. The fact that Evernight shows up in these places like just out of nowhere. The fact that like Black Swan is a character that we know is powerful, turns around, sees this like vision of Evernight, and we know to be scared because we know Evernight is terrifying. Right, we know this character is scary already. We know that they like what they did with Sunday, and now we see them before Black Swan. And even if Black Swan, who is a character who like I feel like is always like one step ahead of like everything, sometimes is like, oh dear, you know, like can I survive this thing? We also heard as well that like Black Swan had gone against the they said he went against, what was the term they used? Went against the remembrance. So does that mean Black Swan is going against the Garden of Recollection? Sorry, she's gone against the Garden of Recollection because she realized like the situation that's happening right now is way more serious possibly than ever before, which again I think showcases her, because I feel like some characters are tied to their path in a way that's like very disgustingly like cultish. But I think when it comes to Black Swan, the reason why I think she's willing to go against like the Garden of Recollection and what they believe is because she's kind of like one of those people that believes in like the pure path of remembrance and the idea of like, you know, memories and like, you know, the idea of like Stell's memories. But she understands when things are serious, you need to like act serious. So I'm definitely curious to see what's going to be happening more with like Black Swan, you know, going against like the Garden of Recollection in that sense as well. Oh, this is stuff with Don Hong as well. Yeah, 100%. So this is stuff like I wanted to read over it again because I feel like sometimes when Xander says so much stuff, I like have to read over it again. So these memory sprites, it's a her, so it's an Evernight. The mimetic entities of the remembrance are everywhere. That lady wove a giant web in my blind spot. So like we knew this, like Evernight was able to like, get past Xandar in that way. She hacked the infected Time Titan, covering up and built up data of Amphoreus into puppets in the memory zone. Sounds like you two have quite the history already. We know he deserves his attention in his eyes too. And then she snuffed out the remembrance without any effort and left nothing left. Her actions were so determined as she was unquenchable hatred against the path. Contradictions are often key to the truth. Lady March 7's path is a bottomless darkness. So are they saying that like Evernight snuffed out the remembrance? And is that her snuffing out the memo snatchers as well? If you guys can explain this like these two lines here as well, I definitely, because I don't know what like what that kind of like means in terms of snuffing out like the remembrance here in that moment here. Maybe it's because what she did to the memo snatchers. Maybe it's because like of her ulterior motives in this sense too, possibly. What splendid spearmanship, truly remarkable. This is him talking about after the fight as well. We all he said the memo snatchers are attempting to infiltrate the breeding ground and of the Black Tide to steal Iron Toon's memories, which is terrifying again as well. And this is where Xandar also says like, hey, like if they didn't try this, they wouldn't have succeeded. They had to try it. The futile world bearer turned himself into a seal in this cycle, attempting to suppress the Black Tide spread. So that's Phainon. His golden blood soaked into the ocean tides, covering the earth, etched a scar of destruction into his world. And the scar shall point the way forward for you. And this is him saying, I've witnessed 30 million futile ends on top of this cliff. You may not agree with me, but I've always been had this number. I believe this number has made the person who understands, maybe the person who understands Cosmo the most. We do disagree with this, right? But not on a level, like on a full level. He does know him the best when it comes to like knowing what he went through. He knows exactly what he went through. But again, I don't think Xandar understands him as like on an emotional level, which I think, is what he's always missing from this. A drop of golden blood, a blood that will cleanse the world, dripped from the god's wound. So like that blood that he can use to cleanse the world. It melded into Kosala's body, the blood of destruction, becoming destruction's final blessing. You have to awaken his fury. So we have to awaken Phainon up to awaken his fury, to find that mark. So that's what he did there. So that the kind of big laser beam he did of like golden blood was him like giving us a path to find Evernight. Because she hides in the crevice of time, most concealed but corner of Amphoreus, only the most ferocious will break through. So that's what they did. Okay, perfect. Sorry guys, I was just kind of like, wait, what? Why would he do that? So that was literally driving a path forward to find, because I kind of said it as well. I was like, oh, is that to like, find her? But like, I wasn't fully sure on that. So it literally was to find a path forward. He like literally blasted through this thing with the golden, using the golden blood. And the awakened fury that he had as well to illuminate the footsteps. And that's, I guess, where Dan Heng is going now as well. In the crevices of time to conceal a corner of Amphoreus. Okay, so that's what that explains everything, yeah. Because I assumed that's what it was. I was like, oh, he's opening a path forward. That's what he's trying to do for Dan Heng to find her. Or, like it's like a path. Yeah, 100%. But I wasn't so sure, I wasn't so sure of this. We didn't screenshot anything with Phainon's conversation here, but I do think it was another amazing scene. I also want to say, like, in terms of like the dynamic with Lygus and Dan Heng, I think it's actually perfect. I think it was a great writing choice. While I never will deny, like, Lygus is like the most annoying character in the history of the universe, and the way he speaks annoys me, he himself annoys me. It frustrates me to no end. He takes 10 years to say one sentence, 110%. But I can acknowledge all the time, even if a character annoys me, doesn't mean that they're poorly written. It just means that like maybe there's a choice made to like that's frustrating because some people don't get annoyed by him. The dynamic I love about this is I always love an uneasy alliance, but like it just makes sense once again where it's like when Screwdum's like, I can't guide you any further, but I know someone who can. It reminds me a little bit of like, I can't spoil the movie because whatever, but like there was a movie where like at the end of a movie, an old character comes back and it's like, oh, this guy could help us out. And it's this huge moment of like, oh my god. And it used to be like their enemy, and they're like, oh my god, like this guy's gonna help us. And a way too, like I feel like they had Dan Heng react in the proper way. You're supposed to kind of be probably like, no, but you kind of understand like, okay, if there's one person who would be able to guide us through this whole world, it's the person who's seen all the cycles themselves, and that's Xandar. I can sit here and be like, no, give me someone else. But like, it's literally like there's no one better for the job. It's like the only plumber left in the city. It's like this is the guy for the job. And the dynamic there of Dan Hong keeping him at arm's length, rightly so, being frustrated with him, rightfully annoyed and hateful towards him and sassy with him. But Xandar kind of like, I feel like, is still showing his biggest strength that he has is waiting. He's not getting moved or hurt by whatever is being said here by Dan Hong. He's not getting like, too impatient. He's going to help out because at the moment this benefits him in a lot of ways too. And he has a gun to his head when it comes to stuff. Anaxagoras, thank you, Anaxagoras. But the dynamic is great. The whole sassiness back and forth. It's not irritating to me that Xandar isn't getting moved by Dan Hong's sass, right? Because you would want him to be. You'd want him to be like, Xandar to be like, please stop insulting me, please, because it make you feel better, right? But I think in reality, it's actually like a thing where it makes more sense that he as a character would be kind of more patient with this stuff, because while his moments of impatientness, like when his viciousness or his vitriol is when he shows his most personality and it's amazing, it just makes perfect sense that like he would be a man with such patience would like hear like an insult or like a kind of a bit of sass and be like, okay, whatever. It kind of makes sense. Even though it's frustrating, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Yeah, great dynamic. Really great dynamic. Really great idea. Really great writing to have like the character. Because again, it all lines up and makes sense. It just makes sense. The scene with Phainon is incredible and beautiful and so amazing. Phainon coming here to Dan Hong coming here to awaken the fury here. And again, I already said this. The reason why this is so beautiful is because it's so easy to forget sometimes that with Stell being the person on this journey all the time of like, oh, Stell made friends with, Jinyuan, and Stell made friends with, Guifan, and Stell made friends with, Sela. We can all say these words all the time because again, that's the main character. But Dan Hong and March are just as big as friends with Sela as we are. You know what I mean? They know Bronya just as well as we do. Dan Hong, I would say knows Hyacinthia better than we do. You know what I mean? That way, it's like interesting. He made friends here too. He made friends here, and this world means to him just a lot, just as much as it did to Stell. So I love that they expressed the emotions from Dan Hong being like, and not just having him be like the side character kick to the protagonist. He's a character who lived in this world as well. He's a character that fought alongside Phainon. He's a character that loved these characters too. It's not a hidden thing. And I love that he's like truly getting emotional trying to reach out to this version of Phainon. And it's so beautiful in a way that Phainon says like, yeah, I remember you because you're etched into my brain like a branding, but I can't remember the exact times that we've had together because it's like almost like a blockage, a seal of because he's trying to seal off destruction himself, but it's like almost like sealing off like those happier times too because he's been through so many different memories also, and so many different timelines and all this on different cycles. But the moment when Phainon showed up in his butter form, and he's cheerful, he's optimistic, he's feeling something that's like, we didn't hear in this Phainon for a while. It's a truly beautiful moment. Not just to hear his voice again, but to also like hear him counter all of the stuff that, the kind of more negative version of himself was saying, even on the lines of like, talking about the destruction's fury and the flames that rose from it. Well, use it to light the way, all these different counters to what this version of Phainon was saying, and to almost like turning it into an optimistic turn of just like, yeah, that stuff really sucks, but guess what? It's like all my friends are dead. Yes, they are, but I know a bunch of people that are still willing to fight right now for this world. And he turns to Dan Hong and Stell and talks with Dan Hong and Stell, like this beautiful motivation of just like, the world isn't hopeless, the world isn't destroyed. We still have hope, and we found it here in the Trailblazers as well. Like, it's such a great moment. And I think you could say it's also like the relief of being able to hear Phainon's optimistic version of himself again, 110%, that's a part of it. But it's also, I think, a very healing thing that some people don't get to do in their lives, which is talk to yourself and not forgive yourself. That's not what's happening here. It's more of a thing of acknowledging the past and the pain that you've had, and trying to let yourself carve an avenue for the future. Reaching out a hand to yourself. Because figuratively in life, it's one of the best things you can do. To pick yourself up. To reach out to yourself. And drag yourself up from the fires or the coals or whatever it is. But we don't always get to do that. And usually it's very figuratively. Here it's almost literal in a sense too, but I guess it is figurative at the same time too. But a really beautiful moment where we got to like have a moment between Phainon and Phainon where the The Phainon that embraced the destruction and embraced the blood of destruction, and was tormented by years and years of absolute pain that he almost forgot all the happy memories he had, was embraced by the Phainon that remembered the happy memories they had, and was more optimistic side of Phainon that was hiding away and locked away, that opened up to this Phainon. How beautiful is that Phainon got to open up to himself and embrace himself. It's absolutely stunning. It's an absolutely stunning way of doing it. And to have it like visually just be represented in that way, it was so magic. It was magical, that whole scene. I had tears in my eyes. I was feeling so like... I was feeling so happy, but also like, sad at the same time too, remembering all this. Because I think one thing about Amphoreus is because so many things have happened, whenever people say stuff about like all these people are dead, like maybe you guys are the same, but what happens to me is like the vision of the characters I love rushes through my mind all the time when I hear those things. So when they say all my friends are dead, like I think of Hyacinthia, I think of Trivios, I think of Aglaya. It like flashes through my mind in a way. But yeah, most of us won't ever get to have the chance, but Phainon got to like console, embrace, and lead himself to the future once again. And the cutscene we saw there then was guiding Dan Heng to finding Evernight. And he said it was like in honor of Stella, like the golden blood that was like sprayed on all these like leaves and all this stuff too. But it was a way of like opening up, I think like the because he talked about like the memorial like being like lifted and finding a true way maybe to like, it seems to find Evernight, or that March 7th, as they said as well. So Dan Heng is on the path, it seems, to find that Evernight also. I'm very interested to see where this is going to go as well. I hope we get to stick with Dan Heng for a bit. Because while I love the switching back and forth, it's great. It's so good. It's so fun seeing all these different characters. And story-wise, it's like a movie. It's so great. I do want to kind of like linger on a character for a bit. And just like really like embrace what's about to happen here, Now, here's the thing. If they do this thing where like maybe they go a bit into the world, they transfer back to Stell, go a bit into the world again, and transfer back to Dan Heng, that's great too. But I do think that whatever is going to happen here in this grove, I do think they probably need to like... Because it feels big, right? It feels like really big grove. If we're opening a path to Evernight and to find Evernight in the crevices of time, I think it needs to be given time for sure. For sure. And I think they will. I don't think Honkai Star Rail has ever let me down with that stuff, so I don't know why I even ask if they're going to give me that time. But yeah, this was like one of my favorite episodes I've ever recorded of Honkai Star Rail. I come out the other end of this feeling so grateful that I even got to experience something like this. It's one of those times where it truly re-emboldens your love for Honkai Star Rail and your passion for this game that I already have, but it just gets more and more every single week. My favorite stuff was the stuff with Kafka. The stuff with Dan Heng and Lygus was such a great dynamic, as I said. The stuff with Black Swan and Sunday along with Evernight was terrifying but also eye-opening. The very much like incredible scene with Phainon and himself, beautiful and so inspirational and powerful and so motivating. And of course at the end there we also had to talk about the demiurge that was expressed there too. And that word keeps coming up as like, maybe it's already come up before and I've just forgotten, but if it is, you can definitely correct me. But like, I love Anaxagoras has Lygus' number, and I think it's also a consolation. I think they know people are kind of annoyed by Lygus, so to give Anaxagoras like a few wins here, it honestly feels very, very good. But we're gonna have to deal with that, whatever that term is as well. The demiurge, the word that keeps popping up in the mind of Lygus, because he tells us the truth, but he's also trying to hide stuff from us, which again, great catch by Anaxagoras as well. Amazing stuff, guys. I'm so happy with this episode. I really am. It really was just such a fantastic time. Really it was. And if you want to see these videos early, you can see them on YouTube members or on Patreon for the lowest tier, which is €1 or whatever it is in your currency. And if you want to see your name go by on the text credits right now on the screen, that is €10 or whatever it is in your currency. And if you want to hear your name read out at the end of every single video, that is €15. And I'll read out the patrons' names first, that being Typharo2, Jamie Bull, Jana the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yuld, Anusta, Yasasset, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, Hyde Kasperian, Neo Shaurite, Leah 200, Malcolm Conde, and at the highest tier of my YouTube members, Blasco and Lucinagi. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.